All right, shalom everybody. I hope we are live on air and you can hear me. Peace of the Lord to all of you, and we hope we will have some good time together. Actually, I wasn't planning to go now live, but I stopped by David Wood and Apostate Prophet live. In fact, they are still live right now. I don't want people to say that I'm speaking against them. We are in the same side, but I'm just going to do some correction. Both of them, they don't know really the area. Both of them, they are not Arab. Both of them, they never been in that territory. And this is what happened when you get somebody, he got his info from news. So like, yeah, we are going to say Hezbollah are terrorists and etc. But I noticed many things in their program. And again, I'm not speaking against them. I'm not saying they are lying. I'm saying they got the wrong info, as many people. When you are a person who you receive your news from news agencies, every news agency have its own agenda. So as an example, if you are listening to Hezbollah news agency, for sure Hezbollah is the best and Nasrallah is almost God in this earth. If you listen to Israeli news agency, Israeli are different because they have democracy. You will see somebody bashing Netanyahu. You will see somebody saying, even calling Israel bad names, because they have democracy. But in the Middle East, story is different. And in the West is more horrible, because in the West, everybody give you his own agenda in the news. There's no news. To make it simple, there's no news. Everybody present to you his news based on what he believe and what he think, not based on the news. Like usually when we say news, we say, okay, this has happened. This guy killed this guy. You know what I mean? This man hurt this man. Accident in the highway. But this is not really what the news agencies do, especially when it's come to conflict, not normal like incident. In fact, even normal incident, they can switch it to make it about politics. As an example, what happened in the case of like George Floyd when he died. Uh, they make it about race and black and white, just for political political reason, just for the sake of political reason. Then that's it, this is what happened. And he was, just to make somebody win the election. They want to use it. But in reality, the guy, he broke the law, and those who they are arresting him, they are not even white. And the mayor of the city is black, the sheriff is black, the head of the police is black, the judge is black. I mean, the whole city is controlled totally by black, but they make it about racism, just for the sake of political agenda. So all in news, including the one you might think it's a true news, is a fake news, because decency is missing. And look like Apostate Prophet, he got his info from fake news. And again, I'm not speaking against him. I'm going just to show you what he said, just to correct him. I'm not accusing him of lying, just to correct him.
Apparently, Justin Wooten isn't smart enough. He thinks that there are two sides in the Syrian civil war. One of them is Bashar al-Assad and Hezbollah, and the other side is ISIS. I would recommend Justin here, since you don't know anything at all about the world, to check out a map of the Syrian civil war, and also to, I don't know, a little bit inform yourself about the history of it. It didn't start out with ISIS against the Shia and secular government. It started with Sunni rebels who are not part of ISIS, who I would not support, but who are against ISIS and who have been fighting against ISIS.
Here you see how, I mean, I don't wanna be rude to Opposite Prophet. I appreciate the guy actually, but what he's saying is absolutely wrong. All Sunni in Syria are terrorists. You call them ISIS, you call them different names, because there is three groups. And I invite Apostle Prophet, he would like to join us. He is more than welcome. And again, I'm just correcting him. I'm not accusing him of lying. Obviously, he do not know. The war in Syria, there's a three major groups of Muslim Sunni. One is sponsored by Qatar, which is the Muslim Brotherhood. And those, they were the majority. The second is sponsored by Qatar too, and those are Al-Qaeda. And those are way little as a number. And the ISIS was sponsored by Qatar, but it went out of control. So all of them, there's no other groups. There's no communists, there is no liberals, there is no, you see, all those who they are calling them rebels, which is false name, they are nothing but terrorists. Are you with me? So he is, this is what he heard, this is what he learned, this is what he told him, that those are rebels fighting for freedom, and they are, Sunni because the Assad regime is bad. I mean, all Middle Eastern leaders are dictators. Like name for one for me is not. But this is not really a reason. I will tell you what the reason. But let's hear more what he said. We will go back a little bit. We are in the minute. Okay.
This is clarification. You still think there's ISIS there? Then you might just be mentally ill. I don't know.
Yeah, and so what you have, guys, is you will end up with chaos in lots of these countries unless you just have a brutal dictator who crushes everyone. But then you'll have people rise up against the dictator, and you'll have those people saying, do we really want to be under this awful dictator? No, look how he oppresses us. Okay, let's rally and start a fight with him. And
this is not the reason. You see, I mean, again, we are in the same side, but what you are saying is absolutely wrong. What dictator? What are you talking about? Those fighters, they are against freedom. Those are Islamists. They don't believe in democracy. So, look what happened now. They are trying to present a bunch of terrorists as a bunch of victims who they are fighting for freedom. Those are terrorists. When they go in the street, I can play for you tons of videos. They saying, in the beginning, they were shouting, Christians and Muslims and Alawi go to hell. All right. So what was the revolution about? They were trying to seduce the Christians to join them in Syria so they can replace the regime. But the second they will take the regime, they are terrorists, they are Islamists, they are the Muslim Brotherhood. So what dictator you are talking about? I mean, everyone who support them is a dictator. Erdogan is a dictator. The ruler of Qatar is dictator. The king of Jordan is dictator. Everyone in the land there is dictator. This is not about dictator. If they replace him, they will be dictator themselves. So they don't know history about this territory. Sadly, I have to say the word ignorant. And then we start making speeches about what's going on there. Those are the same one who say Islam will dominate the world. Those are the same one who says to hell with democracy. You don't believe in democracy. So they are not rebelling against dictator, they are rebelling against a president. He is a Alawi. That is the whole drama. They are Sunni. He is Alawi. It's very embarrassing to give false information to people. And very ignorant too. What rebellion? Have you ever heard of any Muslim country they have democracy? This is not about dictator, because the one they will put after is going to be a very more aggressive dictator. He will be Islamist. At least the Assad regime is not Islamist. In fact, they used to strip women in the street if they were hijab. They send their soldiers in the street. If a woman wearing hijab, they take the hijab down. They are against Islam. And why they are against Islam? Because they are Alawi. Alawi are very, very open. They don't care. They don't even pray. They don't go to mosque. They drink vodka more than water. So they don't know what they are talking about. And supposedly they are making comment about those people who don't know. They are ignorant. So we are going to correct them.
People could be sympathetic to that. Yeah, he is a horrible dictator. Yeah, people do need to rise up. What you end up with is a bunch of Sunnis and Shias killing each other, and then you end up with people who are caught in the middle, who are just trying to. Okay,
this is true. This is true.
There's no good option here, but what is the least terrible option for us? Anyway, that's what Islam keeps doing. That's what Islam always wants to do. Put you in a situation where you have no good options. That's what they're doing. That's what they do with Israel. No good option. You either let them take your people, or you let them exterminate you, or you go in and fight, but you're gonna end up killing a lot of civilians. Then they're gonna rally people around the world against you and say how evil you are. There's no good option. There's no good option. And so
what Bashar al-Assad did, look, I am all against Islamists. I am totally for a secular government instead of an Islamist government. But I have always drawn a line. I would never support China's treatment of certain ethnic Muslim groups and so on.
This is another mistake. They said the Chinese, they knew exactly how big the threat of the Islamist. So when he speak about the Chinese, how they treat, if they give them little freedom, those Islamists in China, China will collapse. They will do the same they are doing in Syria, the same they are doing in Iraq. So you don't know what you are talking about. The Chinese are the best to deal. The Uyghur, the one you call them Uyghur, are extremely Islamic terrorists. In fact, the most horrible attack happened in Syria happened by the Uyghur. The most horrible attack. Imagine they send fighters all the way to Syria. So everybody, this is what they do. Actually, Apostle Prophet yesterday, he said that in Yemen, the Yemeni, they are starving to death, yet they have weapons, etc. They are not starving, really. I mean, Yemen is a very rich country. Those people, they do drugs, the same as Hezbollah. They grow drugs. And there is a big part of them, they are migrant in the Gulf. And they control more than 80% of stores in Saudi Arabia, as an example. If you go to Saudi Arabia, you will find that every store is owned by a Yemeni person from Yemen. So they control the trade in Saudi Arabia. They are very rich. So the point, the idea they are starving, go and see their cars. The poor one, he have Jeep, at least, a $40,000, $50,000 car. So the videos showing starving kids in Yemen was made by the propaganda of Iran in order to drive the woke community in USA and the Western so they can stop the Saudi and Emirat attack on the Houthi. It worked because there's a lot of naive people, they believe it. The children there are dying. So the stupid Biden, he left the sanctions on the Houthi. He sent even assistance to the Houthi. Imagine, we send food just because of a video. But in reality, in the ground, there's none of that. This is Yemen, my friend. If I show you their videos now, you will see what I'm talking about. So they have money to buy extreme expensive weapon, but their kids are dying from hunger. Who is going to believe in this? Do you know how much it costs to shoot for 15 minutes? I don't know if you have a gun. Just for 15 minutes. Just for 5 minutes. The whole idea of them being starving is absolutely not true. It just was a propaganda, and the fool believe it. And I'm not saying he is a fool, I'm saying the fool who don't check the facts. I don't know what to say. Don't let them fool you. What's starving? If I go right now, let us see. We will go back to Syria for what they are talking about, in a minute. But just to give you an idea, what what we are talking about. I mean, they have if you see a bunch of Yemeni gathering together, you will see the fancy Jeep cars, the fancy weapon. Their daggers is made of gold. Yeah, they are starving. All right. Those, let me show you in the screen. Do you see the poor Yemeni? Do you see them? Those are normal tribe. Those are just a normal tribe. Do you look what they have in the back of their trucks? Do you know how much it costs to buy every truck? Do you know how expensive to buy this very heavy duty gun machine in the back of the truck? Why they even have those weapons? So this is a normal tribe in Yemen gathering for party. This is not for war. This is party. And then they make a video for you saying they are struggling, they are poor, they are dying, they are, this is party, this is party, this is not even, look at the cars. Do you see the poor? Every tribe, once a while, to show their strength, they gather together and look at the trucks, all fancy, expensive trucks. And then they say to you that they are dying from hunger, brother. Absolutely dying from hunger. Anyway, I mean, what I can say, they learn from the woke, and then they supposedly they are exposing the woke, but in fact you got this news from the woke. Going back to our topic,
I would not support such a thing if any other government did something like that. What happened in Syria is that the Syrian Sunni rebels, they did want to rise up and overthrow Bashar al-Assad for his corruption and his dictatorship and so on.
That's absolutely not the reason. This is, in fact, this guy in the last a few years of his presidency, he tried to make himself like a Western. So he started giving them freedom. This is why they rose against him, actually. He gave them freedom. So he started taking coffee in the coffee shop without bodyguard, or let us say appearing bodyguard. He studied in England. So and then in England and Europe, they stopped praising him because he is making a new era in Syria. And this because he's a fool. He gave them freedom, and that's what happened. You cannot give a freedom to Muslims. Those people don't understand what they are talking about. The second you give them freedom, they burn the country. So according to him, they are rising against his corruption. Look, name for me. So why they don't rise against Qatar corruption? The royal family in Qatar, they are eating the country. All the money go in their pocket. What about Kuwait? What about Emirat? What about Bahrain? What about Saudi Arabia? What about Jordan? What about Turkey? What about Iraq? What about Iran? What about, I mean, what are you talking about? They are rising against corruption. Are you sure? So here he's trying to present that the Syrian are nice, the Syrian Muslims, they are nice, but they are victims. They are trying to free themselves from corruption. They never screamed for a second against corruption. They were screaming against Alawi. It's just a sectarian war. Muslim Sunni, they could not take it how a Alawi is controlling the country. That's all. Those Sunni, they used to shoot just for practice at the ones who clean garbage in the street. Can you believe it? Many of the Alawi, they work in a cleaning street. They are poor. They come from villages. So they work like at night time to clean the streets of the city, and in daytime they go back to their villages. What the Muslim Sunni they do, the Muslim Brotherhood, they like when you join them, they want to teach you how to do assassinate. So you start shooting those who work cleaning the street because they are Alawi. They shoot them just because they are Alawi. I mean, the guy is so poor, he is just cleaning the street. They shoot him to practice how to assassinate. This is reality. And they were doing this for a long, long time. This is not just now. So here, okay, well, Israel, all of you, like I wish Israel victory, but we don't go and we say things as not true, So this is absolutely not true.
However, his response to the initial, protests even was an extremely brutal one. He very, very quickly turned it into brutal, violent.
And this is again not true. This idiot Bashar al-Assad, because he did not do the brutal act immediately as his father did. In fact, I can show you videos of the American ambassador going between those civilians. This is he have no right to do that. American ambassador, any ambassador of any country, he have no right to involve in a conflict inside the country. You are just there to represent your country in front of this government. What the American ambassador go and visit those civilians. Okay, if they are killing them, well, how the American ambassador he go and visit them in the street and they are shouting? What happened is the opposite. The Islamists, they were preparing themselves. A lot of weapon was coming through the border of Lebanon and Turkey. They smuggled a lot of weapon. They were preparing themselves. And when the command came from Erdogan and Qatar, the war started. This is why we see Al Jazeera was accompanying them everywhere. And suddenly they have weapon which like you cannot find easy. I mean, this is a weapon of war. This is not a joke. They have like the same as weapon Hezbollah have now. They have even tanks. So here we switch the fact upside down and we make that the Assad, he was the one start killing them. This is not true. The Assad regime, yes, is a dictator. His intelligence, they arrest anyone who oppose. But when tens and tens of thousands went in the street, you cannot arrest all those people. And they did not shoot at them. It was the opposite. It was the Syrian Islamist terrorists who start killing. And they start killing Christians, start killing Alawi, and they start killing even Sunni. Anyone who support the regime, they start assassinating them. So again, the fact is wrong and not true. Far away from truth.
Suppressions of directly shooting at protesters, shooting at rebels, immediately pulling the arm.
They keep saying rebels, and this is a very, very I don't know what to say. I'm trying not to be rude because really I appreciate the guy. Those are not rebels. Those are the Muslim Brotherhood, Al-Qaeda. Which rebel? Can you name for me one rebel? Which one? The Free Syrian Army? Those are the Muslim Brotherhood. The army of Muhammad, they are the Muslim Brotherhood. Al-Qaeda, they are the Muslim Brotherhood. Even ISIS, they are the Muslim Brotherhood. All of them, they are Muslim Brotherhood. Even Osama bin Laden is a Muslim Brotherhood. They're just fighting over power. The only difference between them, all of them, they are Muslim Brotherhood, but they are divided. They are not united no more, and each one of them seek that he will control. Are you with me? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? And again, I'm not speaking against opposite prophet or David Wood. This is not my intention. but I could not, you know, like stay watching and say this is all wrong information. If you wanna fight an enemy, you better understand your enemy with correct information. Otherwise, you yourself you will be deceived. I can play for you now tons of videos. In fact, those Muslim Sunni, I know a story of a Christian woman. Christian women. They came to her door. They knock at the door. They told her, we want your son. Her son is like 7 or 8 years old. She said, why? She said, just, 15 minutes, we need him. She didn't dare to say anything. They are coming with their weapon, their guns. They took the son. They shot the son. They shot him first in the side of his body. And then they carry him, and the camera is just to record a guy, like the regime is killing a kid. But they are the one who shot the kid. They just took him from his mom. So they shot the guy, the little kid, just to record that the regime is shooting kids. They carry him, Allahu Akbar, he killed the kid, and etc. And the kid is screaming, mom, mom, you know. And then they brought him back to his mom dead. So now they have a video proving that the regime is shooting kids, and they did not lose anyone. They killed the Christian kid. This is what we are talking about. So suddenly they are rebels. They are fighting against corruption. They are, doing a good job. And this Assad, he was a bad person. I'm against every dictator. But this is not what happened. All right? This is what made me actually come live. I wasn't planning to come live. I could not take it. And again, I'm not speaking against Apostle Prophet or David Wood, but wrong is wrong, and false is false. He is carrying on what he heard in the news. I remember in Fox News, they keep saying, why Obama don't attack Syria? Why Obama don't bomb Syria? The question is why he should. If you kill the Assad, who is going to take over? Al-Qaeda? This is what they want. A bunch of stupid. Why America will bomb the guy? Oh, he's a friend to Iran. Well, you will have a friend of Al-Qaeda there. That will be more horrible. So they are ignorant. They don't know what they are talking about in the news, in Fox News. And they are asking Obama to involve. Thank God he did not. Because the first one was going to pay the price. It was going to be the Christians. So promoting the idea that in the Middle East there is a group of people, they are like going against a regime because it's dictator. This is false. Like even like what happened in Egypt. The Muslim Brotherhood were elected, not they did not make a coup. No, election. And then almost 30 million they went in the street against them. Is that because they were dictator? Not yet. They did not reach that point because they are trying to be like Erdogan. Like the Islamists, they are very smart. So in the beginning, the same as in Iran. In Iran, the first president was liberal. When the Islamic regime took over, the first president, he was liberal. They put him in the front so the liberal will cool down until they are controlling the army. And then they dismiss all the generals who they are liberals. And they hire generals who they are Islamist. Now we are talking, so now we control the army. Now we can get rid of the president who is liberal, and who can get rid of us? No more. And this is what Erdogan he did. Erdogan, he signed a paper that he will not establish a party or support a party which is a religious party. At that time, the liberals, they were controlling Turkey. And as soon he became a president, he changed everything. The first thing he did, he isolated all the general in the army who they are atheists. He put them in jail. He accused them of treason. And when the coup, they tried to make a coup against him, which a coup was done actually by Golan, who is an Islamist too. He is the master, he is the boss of Erdogan. He used that to put everybody in jail, including the atheist. So those people, they do always have one strategy. But to go back to Egypt, when the Egyptian went in the street 30 million suddenly, it was not because Muslim Brotherhood, they are being dictator. Those people, they are used to dictators anyway. It was the money of Saudi Arabia and the Emirat. The Saudi and the Emirati, they found that the Muslim Brotherhood, they are preparing to do a coup against them in their country. So they start arresting Muslim Brotherhood. And in order to eliminate the risk and the danger of the Muslim Brotherhood, they cannot ignore that Egypt now is controlled by the Muslim Brotherhood and Turkey controlled by Muslim Brotherhood. This is alone is 200 million population country. And those countries are small, Emirat and Saudi Arabia compared to population. So in order to reduce the risk, they fund a lot of money. They pump a lot of money in Egypt to make people, you know, like go around, like against it. And then they push the head of the army to make a coup against. Look at the irony. The one who replaced the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, he is a dictator too. Sponsored by the Saudi and Emirat. But because he's anti-Muslim Brotherhood, he's good. Who cares if he's dictator? I mean, is he going to be dictator anyway? This is the Middle East. So here, apostate prophet, which I really appreciate very much. I mean, this guy, he have a good job, you know, exposing the lies of Muslims, and I like him very much. But again, he is taking what he learned from the news, which is not true.
Army in and causing massacres, just as the Islamic regime does in Iran. He used chemical weapons against
that. Again, a big false news was promoted by CNN, Fox News, everybody. Again, it was a movie made by the Muslim Brotherhood and Qatar. You know, the problem with this Assad regime, because if you go back on time, at that time the NATO, they strike and they killed Al-Qaddafi, if you remember. So he was afraid that they would do the same to him. So he was not really using an excessive force, and he will never use chemical weapon with them because he knew what can happen to him. This is what they are waiting for. They are waiting for a reason to create a massive impact in the international atmosphere. So they will strike him and kill him, and bingo, the same as Al-Qaddafi. So he never used, he's not stupid to do that. This is something, a movie made by the Muslim Brotherhood, published everywhere, and nobody died. Not a single person died. It's a big fat lie. If the guy was using chemical weapon, you know, he won the war in 2 seconds. What chemical weapon? Where is the evidence? Did anyone even go there and check it? No, it's just a movie. The same as the movie done by Hamas about beheading a child by the Jews, published everywhere. A child, they killed a child, cut his head. I can show you tons of movies made by Hamas about attack on civilians. They have ketchup on their t-shirt. So this is not really what happened. And in fact, the Assad, in the beginning, he was against Hezbollah. In fact, his army killed many of Hezbollah. This is the truth. The Assad in Lebanon, he was supporting Harakat Amal. Let me show you. You see, the problem is, we are talking, the one who is giving you information, they have no idea. They are not from there. They've never been there. They are just reading, watching videos, some here, way there. You know, they have no idea. All right. I'm trying to find a website that does not have commercial to open it for you and put it on the screen. This guy is the boy of the Syrian regime in Lebanon, not Hezbollah. Hezbollah was always their enemy. This is their guy. His name is Nabih Barri. He is the head of a militant called Harakat Amal, which means the movement of hope. They are Shia terrorists and they hate Hezbollah. And they have hundreds of casualties between them. Between who? Two Shia group. This guy was sponsored by Syria. Hezbollah sponsored by Iran. And here you see that something strange happening. Iran versus Syria. Yeah. But when the stupid American took the advice of Qatar, because Obama wasn't the president, you know, he's the president, and he is a Muslim, and he is Muslim Brotherhood. Oh, sorry, he support them. They decide to change the regime. And then the Assad, he found that he have no choice except to ask Hezbollah and Iran to sponsor him. And Hezbollah, they have no choice except to support him too. Because if Syria regime change to Al-Qaeda, then all the weapons supplied to Hezbollah in Lebanon will be cut off. As simple as that. Because all the borders around Lebanon is Syria. There's the sea, there's Syria, and there's Israel. That's it. So they involve in the war to support the Assad regime, because if the Assad regime collapse, no more weapon will come to them. So the Assad was using them like, you know what, you are the only, like I am the, what they call it, the one when the baby is born, like the thing attaching him to his mom. So this is what the Assad was doing with them. He's like a threat to them. You do what I say or I will cut it, you know. So Hezbollah have no choice except to involve in the war in Syria, because if the Syrian regime collapse, they are the one who will suffocate, literally. So going back, speaking about what happened, when the Assad regime, he found himself losing, and the American, they put sanctions on him, European put sanctions on him, Israel is an enemy. Who is the friend? America controlled Iraq at that time, full control. So what we would do? He said to himself, there's nothing, no solution except Hezbollah, and later he asked the Russian. So speaking about the Syrian, they are being a rebel, they are fighting for freedom, and the Assad, he used chemical. This is all is a fake news. Fake news. You know, as long they are, he used chemical weapon, and the area is controlled by the Muslim Sunni. Why no international community with scientists go there and take samples and see what happened and check the bodies? No, they did not allow anyone, because there is nothing. It's a false movie. Anyway, I'm not going to keep watching the video, but you get the idea, right? So I am against anyone who support Hezbollah, and there's no question for you about that, right? I guess all of you, you know. But I'm against wrong information too, because we wanna, if we wanna fight, good fight, we have to know what's happening, not somebody, you know, just giving us whatever, you know, information here, and there. All regimes in the Middle East are dictators. All of them. And you will never have democracy in the Middle East. In fact, only stupid people believe that democracy will ever happen, because as long as Islam exists, Islam is an anti-democracy. They don't believe in democracy. In fact, if you have democracy in any of those Islamic countries, people will shoot each other. Like this is what the American did. They decided to make a democracy in Iraq. They said, okay, we will take Saddam Hussein and we make election. Stupid American. What are you talking about? They brought the mullah of Iran. The same as the stupid French. They keep pressuring the you know, Algeria. Election. The French, you know, the French, they want democracy in Algeria. You know, they put the pressure and then they made election. Who won? Who won? Muslims Brotherhood. Muslim Brotherhood, they won. They start cutting heads of people. This is what the French wanted. This is what they strive for. They put sanctions on the president at that time to kick him out. They kick him out. And the second the Muslim Brotherhood, they won the election, the French start saying, no, this is not right. This is not what we want. And they sponsor the government they were fighting before. And this is what happened in the Gaza. In Gaza, there is an election. The stupid American, they want election in Gaza. The stupid Western, they want election in Gaza. Who won? Hamas, terrorist. Western are a bunch of stupid. Sorry to say. They don't know they are talking about what. They don't know they are talking about who. They don't know they are dealing with who. They are a bunch of fiction movie author. They think they can do the same what they did in Germany. They think those are German. So we attack, we replace Hitler, we have a democratic Germany, and we have a new country, and etc. But this is stupid. Those are Middle Eastern. We don't even know how to get inside the bus. The bus opened the door, everybody want to get in the same time. And the result of that, nobody get in. This is the Middle East, you idiot. What democracy, what trouble, what those people are talking about? They have no idea. It's good to have entertainment videos in YouTube, but it's not right to have, you know, wrong information and false information. And I don't care really who will be upset from this video or not. You know me, I say things as it is. And again, I'm not speaking against David Wood, or, you know, they don't know. They don't know better. This is what I can say. All right? Go in the Middle East and you will see what I'm talking about. I mean, this is a madness there. Like when I say to you, when I was a kid, I have a gun. Did you ask yourself why even I have a gun? Is that normal? Why a kid he have a gun? It doesn't make sense. But you live between wolves. And then you will see an idiot here in Dutch, he said to you, in the chat, he said to you, or in the comment, Christians have gun? Doesn't make sense. Is that what Jesus told you? Yes, this is what Jesus told me. The one who don't have a sword, go and buy one. And then what they would do now, they would do the same as the Muslim Abdul. The sun set in murky water, they say to you, this metaphorical sword. They are just another form of Abdul. Jesus says, buy a sword. They say to you, it's a metaphorical. You Abdul, Peter, he was holding a sword. He cut the guy ear. It's a metaphor. He cut his ear by metaphorical sword. Peter, he was carrying a sword. It's metaphorical. He used it and he cut the ear of the guy by metaphorical sword. They are just another version of the Abdul. The sunset in murky water, it's metaphorical. The prophet says you want to give you endless penis, it's metaphorical. Anything is just a way to escape the embarrassment. And those are Christians who they are a bunch of cowards who don't want to carry a gun. Like somebody made a comment in the previous video. He said to me, yeah, the Christians, when they carry a gun, I said, so if somebody came to you to rape your wife, what do you give him? A condom to protect her? Like, what do you do exactly? Is that how you protect your wife from being raped? By giving the guy a condom? A bunch of liars, a bunch of fools. Those who claim that Christians cannot carry guns. Who of you don't need police when you are at risk? So why? So those police are Christians. What are they? Are criminals? No. You have an army. A bunch of potatoes. They are not connected to the Bible. They don't know what they are talking about, and they live in a fiction. You know, they try to make Jesus like a hippie guy. He was living in Santa Cruz, California, and he was sitting in the beach, and a bunch of hippies with long hair dancing, playing guitar. Make love, no war. Sometimes you wonder those people were coming from where, even how their mother gave birth to them. I think they download them as files or Trojan horse. And then because a person he is coward to go to war, he tried to give you all kind of verses in the Bible, like the same as those Jews, the Hardin Jews, you know, in Israel now. They are shouting to the government, you are fascist. They want to go to war. They are coward. They claim that they are religious. If I am in charge in Israel, I will deport those Jews who don't want to join the army. I will deport them. I will take the citizenship. No. I'm not saying give guns to kids. I'm saying I was in the Middle East. And because the Middle East is the Middle East, you are not a kid in the Middle East. There's nothing is called a kid. You are a man when you are 10 years old. The word kid goes for you when you grow in somewhere else where you are spoiled. Like in the school time when you have vacation in the school, they take you exchange of student to different country. They send you to Japan. In our case, we don't go to Japan for fun. Those people are coming from different galaxy. They have no idea who we are and what we do. Like you are a kid in let us say Denmark. In the school they have an exchange program for a student. So the kid, he have a nice bag in his bag. They send him to Japan or to Germany or to Korea or whatever, you know. The kid, he go there, he meet kids in his age, nice entertainment program. There's a tour guide, they take them around. We don't have that. Our life is different. This is why you see someone, he is a kid in the Middle East. He knew what's going on at 10 times more than adult in the West, because they are very much involved in everything. You are not treated as a kid when you are a kid. We don't know what kid mean. You go, you see people have toys, guns. Our toys is real guns. Anyway, so what we are trying to say to you, that what they say about the rubble in Syria, this is a just revolution. It was all by Qatar and Erdogan. They were trying to suffocate Israel. The whole purpose, in fact, You see, Apostate Prophet, he didn't know what he's talking about. He thinks those are revolutionary against the regime in Syria because they are seeking freedom. No, Erdogan was planning to control. Let me show you. I know what to do. All right. This is have nothing to do with replacing just a president, dictator. No, it have nothing to do. I need to change my VPN location. Let me see how I change it. Okay, I'll give me a second. It keeps switching languages. All right. Let us use this map. Maybe this one will do better. All right. I hope the map is coming to you clear. So this is Syria here, as you see in the map. We will zoom in. So Qatar and Turkey, they have a dream. And the dream will not happen unless they take Syria. So they can take Jordan, and already they have Egypt. Egypt at that time was controlled totally by the Muslim Brotherhood. So in order to arrive to Egypt, there's two countries in the way. There's two countries in the way. One is Syria, and one is Jordan. They wanted to take this border off. Let us see, I'm trying to change the color. All right. So if Erdogan was able to take Syria, and this will be starting from Turkey here, and more than 85% of the population of Jordan is Muslims Brotherhood, because most of them, they are Palestinian Muslim Brotherhood, Hamas. When we say Muslim Brotherhood, mean Hamas. So Turkey, in order to go through and connect to Egypt, they need to get rid of those two countries' regime. Egypt right now is under the control of Muslim Brotherhood. Not now, I'm talking about at that time. All right? This is during the time of Obama. So Erdogan, in order to complete his dream to establish the caliphate, he need to connect. And then the stupid Western, they did help Erdogan again. They killed Al-Qaddafi. And Hillary Clinton, she went to Libya and she met only with one guy. Guess who? The head of the Muslims Brotherhood in Libya. Now you know, now we are talking. So they want to take Syria, Jordan, Egypt, Libya, and not only that, even Tunisia, controlled at that time by Muslims Brotherhood. So do you see how bigger the map is getting? The map is getting so big. And the Muslim Brotherhood, they were preparing themselves to make a coup against the Saudi. If they take Saudi, with all the money of Saudi Arabia, And already they have Qatar. Already Qatar is Muslim Brotherhood. Turkey is Muslim Brotherhood. Are we getting the image? Erdogan wanted to establish a caliphate state. And they were preparing to do a coup against the Emirat. Kuwait, more than 60% of the ministers of the government of Kuwait are Muslims Brotherhood until now. Until now. So do you understand what I'm talking about? So the plan was massive, sponsored by Obama. That's why they flourished at that time. All those madness, they grow crazy in the time of Obama because Obama, he sponsored it. They have a Muslim Brotherhood guy, or let us say who support them, in the White House. They were able to implement and make the president of USA a Muslim who is supporting establishing the caliphate. And this is why the Islamists during Obama, they become like weeds, growing everywhere. Because Obama was closing eyes. In fact, he was supporting. He sent more than $600 million to the terrorists in Syria. He closed his eyes in all the action Turkey is doing in Syria, sponsoring ISIS, Muslim Brotherhood. The money is coming from Qatar. All the weapon, they are buying even NATO weapon and giving it to those terrorists to fight the Assad regime. And the European, because they are dummy, Erdogan and Qatar, they convinced them that if you help us to change the regime in Syria, guess what will happen? We have a good news for you. We will run a pipeline of gas from here through Turkey to Europe. And now you do not need the Russian gas. They cannot threaten you no more. So European, they went to mute and they sponsor a so-called revolution. They call it the Arab Spring, which is in fact, it is nothing but terrorist autumn. And then what happened? When the Saudi, they find out that the Muslim Brotherhood already they took Egypt, and they are trying to control Saudi Arabia and Emirat the same. The Saudis start importing a lot of money into Egypt against the Muslim Brotherhood, same as Emirat, and they were able to replace the regime. And then they start supporting the one who opposed Muslim Brotherhood in Libya. And they were able to reduce the ability of Muslim Brotherhood to take over the country. Until now, the country have war. And they did the same. They sponsor a guy who's against the Muslim Brotherhood in Tunisia. And they were able to get rid of them in Tunisia too. So the dream of Erdogan collapsed. And to make it more horrible, the Russian came. I mean, horrible more for Erdogan. The dream is collapsing. So the Russian came and they destroyed everything. The Russian took over Syria. Here, the Russian are coming to town. The dream of Erdogan to take over collapse. But at the end of the day, the major plan is, if Erdogan take over, Israel is surrounded by the Caliphate Erdogan from all directions. So imagine now how big the army Israel is going to fight. It's not Hezbollah no more. It's not Syrian. It's not Jordan. It's not Egypt. It is all those countries together. So when apostate prophet he speak about those rebels, he don't know those people. They want to destroy Israel. Those are Islamists. They hate the Jews. How in the world we call them rebels? What rebels? I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. You don't have to agree with me, but you know, I did not hear his response. He responded to me. Yeah, he can say whatever he wants, but he's wrong. All those was propaganda sponsored by Qatar. Qatar is the major force behind all the garbage you see, even the attack of Hamas. All the evil is coming from Qatar. This is a movie made by Qatar. All the movie is done by Qatar. Those are terrorists. None of them believe in democracy. Just say Allahu Akbar, you are dead. So what they say in the news about all this war is far from truth. It's involved money, it's involved oil, it's involved phosphate. You see, Erdogan, he wanted to control the phosphate of Syria. A massive deposit of phosphate in Syria, which can be used to generate a lot of uranium. This territory in Syria here, this area, have a massive deposit of phosphate. Syria is number 3 in the world to have it. The third. It's extremely important for farming, fertilizer, extremely important to make weapon, explosion, and extremely important to, I don't know like what the process to get uranium. So if Erdogan, he can control that territory, because that's what they do. The Islamists, they will control the country, the Muslim Brotherhood, and then they will make an agreement with Turkey to join unity. We become one country. You got the idea? Erdogan will not occupy, says, I occupy them, I will. No. The Muslim Brotherhood themselves, they are asking Erdogan to become the caliphate. It's not like he's occupying them. Those who don't care about being Arab or not, they care about religion, they care about political party. Erdogan is a Muslim Brotherhood, Qatar Muslim Brotherhood, Tunisia Muslim Brotherhood, Egypt Muslim Brotherhood, Jordan Muslim Brotherhood. So let us make a Muslim Brotherhood land. And the caliphate will be Erdogan. So the Erdogan or the Turkish, they will get back their empire. Using, like before the Ottoman, they used the Ottoman nationalism to control other countries. Now they got a new trick. You know, they hate us as Turkish, but they will love us as Muslims. So the Muslim Erdogan is going to be your president, not the Turkish Erdogan. So they fool those people so they can take over the country again, and the Turkish will suck their money and their resource. This is why during the war, here there's a lot of oil in this territory. The son-in-law of Erdogan, he was buying the oil from ISIS for $5 a barrel. Five. It's like a price of water will cost you more. And say it for 60. All the oil was controlled by ISIS. Erdogan, son-in-law, is the one who buy it, which means Erdogan. A lot of a treasure, ancient treasures, statues, icons, been stolen from Syria, taken to Turkey. Not to forget, even they stole cars, manufacturers. They took everything from the land. They moved it to Turkey. This is Turkey, my friend, the land of thieves. So what people they try to present to you based on the news they hear here and there, it's totally far away from the truth. And this is my advice to you. Somebody don't speak the language, he will be missing a lot. Someone who never been in the area, he is missing a lot. Someone is not even from there, he is missing a lot. Because all what you know is what they say to you in the news. As simple as that. And news always is an agenda. The one who support Trump, he make news against the Democrat. Truth or not, it doesn't matter. What matter is how you can convince the people. Same as the Democrat. Trump is a KKK. Trump is a racist. Trump, he hate the black. Trump is a etc. So you brainwash the crowd, and then you get what you want. And this is what all countries in the world do. Every country in the world, they have a special department of intelligence. Their job is to fool people, abroad or indoor. This is their job. So if I want to drive the population to vote for something, I publish a news and I sponsor it, and like whistleblower from the CIA. Well, the CIA want the news to go out, so they send one of them, says, like, make it whistleblower, like, you know, like a news, huh? Yeah, go, huh? And then the news, oh, whistleblower, like supposedly somebody exposing them. The fact it's they want it to be heard, and because now it's whistleblower, you believe it because it's not them. They want it to be out. It's not like the CIA announce. Now there's somebody. He is a mole. He said so. So he's exposing them, supporting, and you take it as it is. You take it for granted. So news can even, you can win war by news, not necessarily by weapon. News more important than war itself. Like you see now in Israel, everybody suddenly is supporting Netanyahu. Everybody, even the one who's against him. His popularity became like 200-300 times better than just 7 months ago. Because the news is coming. Like, look what they did, but this time it's a real news. They killed Nasrallah, it's all about the news. Even the stock market is about news. You publish a news, even if it's a fake, that somebody is going to sue a company, the stocks will go down, even if the news is false. Because everybody gets scared, starts selling his stocks. Somebody says the gold price will go up, people start buying. Because a famous person, he says so. Elon Musk, he says he's short of paying his tax. Everybody starts selling selling his stocks from Elon. So it's news. And war is in news. And in news is war. And people, they think that news is just news. It will never be. It never was. Those are very motivated. News is motivated either by money or by politics. But there's no way you can find somebody he seek money, he is not involved heavily in the politics. So they are connected. Are you with me? Like, I cannot talk about COVID, but we know what happened. People get terrified. Right? I remember once I was in Walmart and I was walking and I cough. I have, like, sometimes I have allergy, like even perfume, it can cause me to cough, or any dust or anything. I just cough. There's a woman, she is like maybe 30 meters away from me. She fell down in the ground from fear. I came to her to help her. I said, she said, no, stay away, stay away. She's terrified. And then I noticed what happened. I thought she fell down, just fell down, you know. But no, she is terrified because I coughed. It is the news. People are dying because of the news. You can change the habit. You can make people buy. You can make people sell. You can make people immigrate. You can make people run. You can make people stay. It's just the news. Regardless if the news is true or not. But, you know, people don't want to listen. Yeah, maybe because she saw how I look like. I don't know. I don't know what is the real reason, really. But anyway. Oh, yeah, there's no reason for her to fall down. I'm not sure which one was the most effective, but I'm guessing it was the news. I hope it's not the way I look like, but it's highly possible. So what I want to say, we don't want to take what people say in the news to be a guideline for us, because all news they lie. I lost a lot of respect for Fox News. For every day they lie about the war in the Middle East, in Syria. Big fat liars. And you know, the irony is, Fox News was asking Obama why he don't bomb the regime in Syria. But when Trump became a president, they never asked him to bomb anybody. They are just fake, the same as CNN, the same as all of them. All of them, they are garbage. Never take them, never believe them. All of them, they have a propaganda. And people believe in propaganda. They don't believe in truth. Propaganda is what is the belief of people. They control your mind. They control your statement. They make you follow them blindly. And then you are just, you know, a follower, right? Whatever they say, you accept. Trump, when he became president, the video is there. He came in front of the White House. He said, Qatar have to stop supporting terrorism. After that, Trump, he sold them weapon, very expensive weapon, the most advanced airplanes. How you just acknowledge that they are supporting terrorism in the highest level, and then 2 weeks after you give them airplanes? They sold you out, all of them. I vote for Trump not because he is good, but because Kamala is so horrible. Otherwise, Trump is a businessman. He don't care. He have zero ethic. But Kamala have -100 ethic. So which one we take? The one have zero ethic or the one who have -100 ethic? We have to take the one who have zero ethic. We don't have a choice. They worship money. Their God is money. Ethic is not part of their agenda. And then people, you know, they think there's a good guy there, there's a bad guy there. In fact, all of them, they are bad. But there's someone is extremely bad, and there's someone is so bad, and there's someone is a little bit honest. You know, and you can go in the list. All right. And again, I am not speaking against Apostate Prophet or David Wood, but I just to make a correction, and it's up to you. You can check everything I say, but I don't speak from my own. You know, I can say I have the real resource of the news, not the news. I don't take my news from agencies. You know, I don't, because all news agencies, they fabricate news. They have agenda. There's no real news. No, I'm just correcting what they are saying. I said, like, I really appreciate the work of those guys, and you know, and I said many times we support them. But wrong is wrong, right? This is nothing personal here. Some people, they think it's personal. They think like, oh, the way he is saying that. This is nothing, you know. I'm not a scam shamoon to do those things, all right? I'm here to say things as it is. I'm not those kind of kids who make a drama. But we better share real information about what's really happening. Like now, everybody now is speaking like Saudi Arabia, they want to establish a state for Palestine. You know, and this is, you know, this garbage. The Saudi are the last one to care for Palestinian, so-called Palestinian. They hate Hezbollah. They hate Hamas. They want to kill them all. But in the news, they say to you, we stand with Palestinian, we support, we want to establish a community to support the state of Palestine. But in reality, oh, let me just show you the reality. During the war in Lebanon, do you believe that the Saudi was sending weapons to the Christians? It's hard to believe, right? Can you believe it? The Saudi, the Wahhabi, the Muslim Sunni, they were arming the Christian Lebanese forces in Lebanon. And until now, actually, they are their best friend. Look at the irony. Those people, their flag is the cross. Who support them? The Saudi. Why? Because the Lebanese forces, which is the Christian forces, they are fighting Hezbollah. So you need to see beyond the news. In the ground is different story. In the news they support Palestine, but in their heart they are with Israel. They wish that Israel will finish every single member of Hezbollah. This is the truth. Muslims have many faces, same as many Christians. I hope I did not hurt too many people feeling. Right? Could Becca secret believer of Jesus, but not surely, I'm guessing. I don't know what do you mean. Crown Prince. I don't understand. All right. Your mother is not talking to you because you said Nasrallah is dead? Okay, call her back. He said he's alive. Just fix it. Hey, mom, hello. And his life, okay? I mean, I don't know what happened with your mom. But right? Yeah, well, they come to Europe by millions and they do a lot of crimes. It's not their fault. It's the fault of the stupid European who allowed them to come. Don't blame anybody. Blame yourself. You know? Like what Western they do. Oh, look, those Muslims, look what they are doing here. Who brought them there, you idiot? You vote for it. You vote for it. You elect a government who support them. So why are you crying? How the Chancellor of Germany, this woman, the nude woman, she was in charge of Germany for more than 10 years. I don't know how long. She will welcome all migrant, all refugee to 2 million Syrians. Now they can burn Germany if they want. If 2 million want in the street, burning cars, what you can do about it? Right? You brought them. You opened the borders. And when a country, he closed the border, you say, shame on you. Like Hungary, they closed the border. We will put sanctions on you. That's what the European did. European are like people who they are digging for their grave. They are a bunch of fools. Right? Suleiman is agnostic. I don't know who Suleiman is. You mean Salman? What agnostic? What are you talking about? Anyway, you know, I don't appreciate people saying, like you want to speak against the Catholics, saying taking people's names out from Islam, making them Catholic is being evil. If you say that, I will block you. I'm warning you. I'm not here to bash Catholic and say Catholic are bad. You got it wrong. You are being stupid. So anytime you say such a statement, I will block you. Catholic are Christians like you. There's bad, there's good like you. There's smart, there's idiot like you. There's corrupt leaders in every church, not only in the Catholic. So stop being stupid. Same time, a Catholic person is a Christian because he believes in the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. He believes in the resurrection of Jesus. If there is some teaching is not right, does not make an average Catholic. Most of them don't even know what it's mean to be a Catholic. So don't be stupid. All right? When we speak against the Pope and we speak about the corruption, I'm speaking about any corruption in any church. I made videos against Protestant priests, against rabbis, against Orthodox, against, it doesn't matter who. Don't think you are better. People are just so dumb. If there is a wicked man, he is mentally ill, trying to divide us. We should not be divided. Don't think here you can be wicked too. Who is Prince Suleiman? This guy keep asking me Prince Suleiman. I want to know who is this guy. I never heard of him. I don't know. Agnostic, what does that mean too? So I don't know who is the guy. I don't know how in the world you come with the word agnostic. Yeah, you don't even know the name correctly. Anyway, so be careful, people here. You know, like we stand against wrong, not against a specific church. All those churches, doesn't matter what the name. Somebody will come with the new thing, fabricated things. There's a Protestant priest who they are corrupt and they are fraud. The Lord, he told me to buy a private jet. Who are you to stop me from getting that command? The Lord told him to buy a private jet. I mean, come on. But this guy is a Protestant, not the Pope. Right? So everywhere you can find a bunch of wicked people. I mean, this guy, he is asking me to give him time out. I don't know. I don't think he is even listening. He keep asking me the same question. Agnostic, agnostic. I don't know you're talking about who. I don't make videos with anybody. Don't ask me ever to make videos with anyone. I don't know people. People can be good, can be wicked. As you see, a lot of wicked people out there. When you work with people or do some, first of all, I do not need them, they do not need me. That's number one. Number two, why I want to do a program with anyone? Are you bored of me talking alone? You leave. Go watch entertainment, two people talking. In fact, two people talking is kind of, especially like both of them support each other. It's like, you know, a coffee shop. It's nothing but entertainment. But here we show you information. We give you reference. We put things in the screen. We are not here to do entertainment. Yeah, but how in the world Mohammed bin Salman in Saudi Arabia is agnostic? How you discover that? That's the most weird thing. Like, did he say so? When those people in Saudi Arabia, like this guy, when he start fighting the Wahhabist, let us say the establishment of Islamic police, is not because he is liberal, but because they are a threat to him. His plan doesn't work with their plan. His plan is to make Saudi Arabia more moderate. He want to change the country from a country being savage, still in the time where beat people to go to pray, to be a normal country. So they can, like, we can jump out of the box finally after 1400 years. In the same time, those sheikhs in Saudi Arabia, who they can control the mind of the crowd, they are dangerous. So the first thing he did, he put them all in jail. Anyone he knew they support Muslim Brotherhood, he put them in jail. And many are executed already. But not because he's agnostic, but he is trying his best to protect his future chair as a king. So for you, you think it's about he is a religion. No, those people don't care for religion. They use religion to control. Still 10% of the budget of Saudi Arabia go to support Islam around the world. So you are mistaken. Nothing changed. All what it changed, that there is little more freedom in the country. Like there's a music festival, there's a movie theater, there's a coffee shops. People, they can buy music instrument. But it's not more than that. Can you preach the gospel in Saudi Arabia? No, they will kill you. Can you announce that you left Islam? No, they will kill you. So the change is massive compared to before, but still we are far from saying anything. And this guy, he never said he is what you are saying, agnostic. What does that mean? Anyway, all countries around the world, they have to go through change in order to survive, you know. And you know, people are, there's countries now they are planning to go and make a spaceship to and grow food in the space, etc. And you know, like have a settlement in the space. And there is people still talking about, you know, shaking your penis 3 times because the prophet says so. So the Saudi crown prince, if we can call him a crown prince, he's a dictator, he's a criminal, which make him perfect fit to be in the job, because you have to be those two first in order to be a king in Saudi Arabia. No, there's no churches in Jeddah. There's no church. Those are in the belong to the American embassies. That's not true. Those are for foreign embassy, and they are not churches. They are not open. It's in the private property. Not true. Anyway, we hope the future will bring a better change, you know, change, but it's far from what you think. As long there is oil in those countries, Islam will stay. Islam will stay flourishing even in Europe. If the oil they become not the golden product in the world, then Islam will go back to sleep. This is the revolution of the oil. You call yourself a Christian. What do you want me to call yourself by eternal Muhammad? Muhammad is eternal? I thought he's dead. This guy, he called himself eternal Muhammad. Is that Muhammad in your icon? He have 2 heads and 2 horns? You know, Eternal Muhammad, I was not planning to take any call, but if you want to call me, you can, feel free. Just for you. exception. What is the view of atheists, Catholic, Christians hanging out together? Well, hanging out together is, I know, I mean, having a civil life is something good, right? Talking, discussing in a civil way is nice. However, I have to be careful. Who is my friend? If my friend, he believe in a belief against my belief, which is going to cause a corruption to my mind or my children or my family, I will never invite him to my house. So when we say someone is an atheist, what atheist mean? You know, he have no rules. No rules. The only rules he follow is the rule of the law, if he follow it. And that will be scary. For me, having a friend is going to be basic on ethic. And ethic, as we know, is coming from belief. It's your belief. Something nobody force you. So in your mind, you have a belief, whatever the belief is. So that belief will control your ethic. If your ethic connected to that belief, and that it must, and your belief is to rape children, if you believe it's okay to have sex with your mom, or to steal, as long as there's no law, nobody saw you. So atheist is someone who don't feel guilty for doing something wrong, because simply he is atheist. He don't believe in something called ethic as a guilt. He believes in his own ethic. So each one of them, he have his own ethic. One of them, he might say it's wrong to steal, even though he's an atheist. All right? But maybe he changes his mind tomorrow because he's an atheist. He's not connected to a fixed belief. He is connected to his belief. And what is okay for him today, maybe it's not okay tomorrow, and vice versa. An atheist criticizing Islam is not really too much like accurate, because atheists, they are more horrible than Muslims too. Like if we go and see what the atheists doing in China, what the atheists did in Russia, in the Soviet Union, what the atheists doing in North Korea, what the atheists doing in Venezuela, those are atheists too. What the atheists doing in America, trying to corrupt children and even change their gender. So you want to talk about Islam having sex with kids? Atheists teach the same. In fact, they are more horrible, controlling schools and mind and damaging the West. So atheist argument against Islam is not too much valid, for they are very, very, very bad. All right? If your kids, they go to a house which is the household, like the one who in control of this house is an atheist, when he grow up there, what you expect will be your son? You know what I'm talking about, right? So the atheists are the one who corrupt the minds of children in America. This is why we have those Generation Free Palestine. Those are the fruits of the atheist. A bunch of hippies, violent, aggressive. My friend, I do not need to make an argument against a scam or others. Here I say whatever I say. I don't make it against somebody. I state my belief. So if you have something to say about my belief, tell me. Don't mention this guy and that guy. I don't appreciate such a question. Why people, they keep coming here and they say some silly stuff. So CP, what do you think about the claim about the Bible? You know, this guy saying about you. You go watch him and believe him. This is what I can say to you. Because either you are an idiot donkey, you do not know if he is saying the truth or not, because you did not decide to check the Bible. Like he says something, go check it out just yourself, or you're stupid. Then you will find out if he's saying the truth or not. But you need to come to me. But because you're a potato, TP, what do you think about this guy saying about your claim in the Bible? Why you don't answer yourself? Give me the answer now, you. Why you don't even answer, say he's right, say he's wrong? Like you watch cartoon all day long? If somebody says, it doesn't matter who, me or the Shkam or anyone, go check it out. And then you get the answer. No, honestly, people are really weird. What do you think about this guy saying that? You should know the answer before anyone, because already you heard him. I did not hear what he's saying. All right. Anyone he says something to you, it doesn't matter what it is. Go check it out yourself. Somebody's saying why Christians are hostile. I don't know what hostile mean. You don't like to be hostile, you like to be whole style? What does that mean? You don't have a stand in life, you don't have an opinion? Are you the one who is like open-minded? Like your neighbor want to sleep with your wife? He's open-minded. Oh, okay. You go inside the shower, you find your wife giving a massage to the neighbor. Oh, I'm open-minded. So what does that mean? Yeah, we are very hostile. Potatoes. You are not hostile? No. Be careful what you say to me, because I'm not the guy who, I don't care how many audience I have, how many will stay, but don't give me stupidity. All right? Christians are the most loving and educational. The word Christian, sadly, we give it to everybody, anyone, anything, a Christian is a Christian. No, Christian is not really what people give definition for. Christian person is not about being the most loving, because the word love is too much abused. People, they keep using this word to the point the word meaning is gone.
Israel Defense Force.
Like there's no meaning. Let us see if there's any good news. So the word love is abused. So now Christians, Jesus, he told them, love your enemy. And every Christian repeat the same word, to the point this word became useless and meaningless. And they take it out of context and they give it different meaning. So it's like we are a hippie. We are a loving Christian is someone who shout and get angry when he sees something wrong. Not someone who give hugs and kisses. That is not a loving Christian. The loving Christian is Jesus when he flipped the table on those who they are buying and selling in the temple, saying to them, you made the house of my father a bazaar. So we have a very strange definition of the loving Christians. It's not what they tell you, it's not what you think. 3 leaders killed in Beirut, and amid dozens of overnight IDF strike. Yeah, I saw that. This is like they took off some of the Muslim Brotherhood leaders. The Israeli are hunting the Muslim Brotherhood. Yeah. There's difference between loving, like love, we can use the word love between a wife and husband. This is a different story. And love as a Christian, with the community, society, people around you. Everybody use the same word, but the word have many meaning, depend who is using it. Right? Do you say that Jesus is the Father? What do you think? Jesus is the Father? If we say that Jesus is the Father, so where is the Trinity? And you have a cross icon in your like, is that what your mom told you, that Christ is the Father? So what the Trinity is? Do you have here the one who's asking question? The one who's asking me, do you think Jesus is the Father? I have a question for you. Do you have hair or you lost your hair? Let me guess, you don't have hair. Potato. Christian Prince, do you think that Jesus is the Father? What an idiot. Lord, what I did. Oh, hold on. There is something coming from the ceiling. This is the angel. It's a spirit of Muhammad is coming to me. Yeah. Oh, the light is a flickering. This is the spirit. The spirit. Guys, I'm inspired now. Fill me with the Holy Spirit. You know, those wicked men who try to present themselves to you, they use words is abusive to the Holy Spirit. They make fun of the Holy Spirit, which is a big sin in Christianity. Actually, I don't want to talk about this, but guess what? Osama Daktok, he sent me a text message. He's trying to call me. He sent me a message. He said, CP, somebody told me that Sam Shamoun, he said that I showed him your picture. In fact, I never had your picture. This guy, Sam Shamoun, Scam Shamoun. And it's true, this guy never had my picture. What I talk about, I showed him my picture. What? But look how low, how scam. Anyway. Yeah, I saw the message here. I have the message. I might ask him for permission to publish it, you know. I mean, he said that Osama Daktok, he showed me, you know, I showed him his picture. I never took picture of anybody. I don't take pictures. But, I mean, this is how low those people are. Like, supposedly he know me, you know, like, I know how I look like. Is that a threat? That's good for you. If you know how I look like, I will feel sorry for you. You see how wicked people. I always warn you, those who establish or start their broadcast in YouTube or TikTok with long prayer, the Holy Spirit, open my mouth, fill me up, Holy Spirit, make me speak in your name. You know, all of this is just to make you believe that they are decent, good people. But we know that this is against the command of Jesus. When you pray, you go to your closet. Did you ask yourself why I need to pray for 5-10 minutes and move my hands up and down? And you know, and the Holy Spirit fill me and speak with my mouth and make me fill them with you and give them the guidance and roll, you know. Okay. I'm really convinced. You will find a lot of people like that. But the Lord, he said, from their fruits you shall know them. Right? And you know, what his name? Sheikh, he made a video of many curse. And Scam Shamoun, he went and he flagged it for bullying. Bully. What bully? The guy did not even speak in the video. He just put what you said in the video. Anyway. Yeah, Sheikh Umad. He made a video, short video, showing you like samples of teaching of this is scam. And then he go flag it under bully. This video removed for bully. What bully? He did not speak there. He just put what you said. All right. The bully. He bully everybody. Yeah, but I think he will load the video again in Rumble or other places. It's just his words, you know, cursing people, saying filthy language, etc. So he went to YouTube and he claimed that this is bully. When the whole video is about him bullying people, cursing people, saying bad language, filthy language. And the funny is, he keeps saying the Holy Spirit, and then right away he say the whore word, and they say the F, like all kind of filthy language. But a second ago, Lord, the Holy Spirit, you know, give me guidance, and then a second after, I have advice for this guy. What about you use the word potato? I mean, stop using those filthy language, you idiot. You say potato. Learn from me. He will start using it now. Yeah. Anyway, do we have anyone have a question? Yeah, people, they have demonic spirit, and they claim that the Holy Spirit is speaking to them. The funny that, you know, the weird that the Holy Spirit talk only to certain people. You know what I mean? I never had the experience that the Holy Spirit coming from the ceiling like it happened to him. I don't know why. You know? And my light don't flick like the light in his room. Anyway, be aware of money makers. Man, my back is hurting. I need a massage chair. It costs only $5,000. Only? Seriously? That's it? Oh, okay. Hey guys, there is a massage chair, a Ferrari. You know what? I don't care like for really expensive cars. Let us make a Jaguar. It's okay. It's okay. You know. Yeah, you know, it's okay. And I need to have a front house on the beach. And, you know, in your way. I mean, come on, you know. Right. Any serious question? CP, we can get money together. Why together? You open your channel and start. Here we go. Learn. You open your channel, a Muslim channel or a Christian channel, doesn't matter. You start, if you're a Muslim, you recite the word Ali Dawa, he keep reciting it, and Muhammad hijab. Allahumma open, you know, and then like after 15 minutes asking Allah for prayer, then you start your program. And that will make you look like a true believer, and then you can ask for donation. If you are someone claiming to be a Christian, there is a channel you can go watch and get some examples about how to do it. Why I don't do live Twitter? I think Twitter you have to pay to go live, right? I think so. I think you have to make a membership and pay for it. Yeah, and Twitter is not for free. You have to pay in order to go live there. Let us see. Yeah, in fact, I used to have a big account in Twitter and even Facebook, but I deleted them both. And then after Elon Musk, he bought a Twitter, I made an account, but it have only few people follow there. If I debate you, okay, $5,000 if you win, and I pay you. Are this what I say? Are you copying me? I have copyright over that. Like many time I debate Muslims about, do you want to bet that betting is haram? And Abdul, he take it. He take the challenge usually. Like, you want to bet that betting is haram? Abdul.
I give you 19. If you win one, I become a Christian. 19 debates.
Look,
If you win one,
look who is here.
I give you 19 debates. CP,
All right.
just win one.
Why you have a picture of an Arab if you say the Arab are dogs?
That's one of the good Arabs, Hassan al-Maliki. He's in jail for saying follow the Quran alone.
What he said? What he said?
He said follow only the Quran. You don't know him, Hassan al-Maliki?
He said follow only the Quran. Which Quran? Aren't you the one who said you follow the Quran of Rashad Khalifa?
Hassan al-Maliki said don't follow
No,
the
I'm
hadith.
asking you. But do Hassan al-Maliki follow Rashad Khalifa?
I don't know. I don't know if he knows him or not.
You see how stupid you are? You see how stupid you are? This guy, he have articles against Rashad Khalifa. And you are a follower of Rashad Khalifa, and you put his picture and you say he's a good guy. Do you see why I laugh at you?
Show me.
Do you see why I laugh at you?
Show me.
Just show me. Just show me.
me.
Just get out of here, but just show me. Show me. Show me. He's a Muslim Sunni. They don't believe in the garbage of Rashad Khalifa, taking verses, taking words, taking letters off. Potato. Show me. Arab are dogs, and he have a picture of an Arab, slave of the Arab. Go ahead, Jafar. Go ahead. Are you there?
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, my friend.
I'm not your friend. Go ahead.
So I talk to you in a good way, not a bad way.
Yeah, but you are a Shia. Don't play taqiyya with me.
Why do you assume the worst about people? Okay. The issue is you calling everybody a terrorist.
You are not?
I am not, my friend. And there is, if you want to say somebody is a terrorist, I'll tell you the
Okay, let us start.
Bakris.
Let us start. Let us start
No.
with the definition.
If somebody
Hold on. Let us start with the. Hold on. If somebody beats somebody to make him obey him, is that a terrorist or not?
To beat him with his fist?
Yeah, to make him obey him, is that a terrorism act?
No, it's not.
So when you beat your wife, you are not being terrorist.
No, you don't beat your wife. You just if you hit your wife, you do it in a light way. But it's only
can you call me in Skype and show me how you hit your wife in light way?
My friend, you can look at any sheikh on YouTube, and they will show you that you only do it as a last resort.
Tell me how the sheikh in YouTube they do it. How they hit their wife?
They use a miswak.
Miswak. Okay, and what is the miswak?
It's a very thin stick.
How long it is?
It's not that long.
Really? I thought it's long.
My friend, it's not compulsory to. If you don't beat your wife, it doesn't mean you're not a Muslim, and it's not something you want to do. It's only something if your wife she's cheating on you, or she is going out.
No,
she is going.
No, you are lying.
No, but it's for the extreme circumstances.
No.
And let me tell you what I consider as a terrorist. If somebody,
don't change topic.
Go to a building.
Don't change topic. Don't change topic.
I condemn anybody do violence.
Don't change topic. Focus on beating the wife. You said it's a small stick. How small?
This is what the sheikh tell me.
2 meters? How small?
maybe
How small? How small?
maybe like 8 or 9 inch.
Oof. Is that a toothbrush? You are beating your wife with toothbrush?
Yeah, like a toothbrush.
Oh, she
Just
will like it, man. She will get horny. So you do that before bed.
no,
You
my
beat her with
friend.
it. If you
Say your wife, goes
Okay,
to the
hold on.
nightclub.
Guys,
Do you want
a
your wife to go
Muslim,
to the nightclub?
listen. A Muslim, he beat his wife with toothbrush.
My friend, do you see what's going on in the West?
Don't change topic.
How
Don't change
how
topic.
everybody is cheating and fornicating?
Everybody
This is the
in the
reason.
Muslim countries is the land of fornication. You know that. You are a Shia and you do muta every day. You are the one who told me that your daughter, she get paid for sex, and you say, what's wrong with that? And you are talking
I
about
never said that.
wrong and right. Where is the picture for the miswak? I'm trying to show it. It's gone. I don't know what happened. It's not allowing me to see. Let us see here. Hold on.
My friend, you need to be honest about the situation in the Middle East.
Oh, okay. What do you mean? How I can be honest?
So I mean, you call everybody as a terrorist, but the real terrorist is somebody who go to a church of innocent Christians and he do explosion for no
Okay.
reason.
And
This is
Shia
a terrorist.
and Shia don't do that.
Shia don't do that.
So
Only
so
Sunni.
who is the one who explode the synagogue in Argentina and killed more than 200 Jews in 2 seconds? Who is the one who burned our churches in Lebanon and Syria? Who is the one who killed?
No, the Christian and the Shia have a good
Listen, don't
relationship.
there's Mr. Taqiyya. Shia are the biggest fat liars in history. Nobody lie as Shia.
And even so many Christians say that the Shia are
Listen.
so much better.
Is Iraq your land or the land of the Assyrian and the Chaldean? What are you doing in Iraq?
Okay, my friend, you can
What
play
are you
this
doing?
game.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Okay,
What are you?
give the land back to the Native
What are you
Americans.
doing in Iraq?
My friend, you're talking about
What
history.
are you doing in Iraq?
Okay, so where should they go?
This is not your land. Go back where you came from. Where you came from.
So everybody has to go back 2,000 years to
what?
know where did he came
You
from?
you said to me, those are the good Muslims, supposedly the one who took Iraq. You're Ali, the one you are proud about. Those are the one. So are you now condemning Ali? Say Ali is a bad person. Say it then.
My friend,
say it. Be a man. You are you are a coward potato. You don't dare to say it, don't you?
Can you have a serious conversation about?
I'm having a serious conversation. Who took Iraq? Ali? The thief Ali? Or the thief Muhammad?
Not with force, my friend.
They took it by the Iraqi Christian. They invite them to come there, right? They told them, come and take our land, right? Not by force, guys.
Okay, so the only hello. The only way that the Shia have caliphate or khalifa is only during the time of the imams. So now we don't have anything until Imam al-Mahdi.
I know. You don't have anything. Even your penis is gone. The Jews, they cut it off. They are making it a barbecue. Yeah. Shia are a lying machine. They can't stop lying, man. I mean, those people, they are lying is their food. The Shia, they say that lying is the shield of faith. Lying is the shield of faith. He knew that, you know. Lying is the shield of faith. So when you speak to a Shia, anyone remember my debate with the sheikh, the sheikh of Shia in USA? Who remember it? It's in NBN TV. In the beginning of the debate, he starts saying, we Shia and Christians, we love each other. Now we have we're celebrating for Fatima and for Mary, and we are friends and we have neighbors. The second I start press and getting him in the corner, he want to kill all of us. We will clean the world from Zionists like you. And here, by the way, you notice how close the language of the Shia terrorist and Scam Shamoun. Do you notice? Both of them, they want to destroy the Zionist. Are you with me? Go watch the debate. And the funny is, this Scam Shamoun says that Christian Prince, his father is Shia. Right? He's the one who says that. But he is the one who is in total agreement with the Shia terrorist. Am I lying? Both of them, they accuse me to be Zionist. Why? Because I say this is the land of the Jews. And we have the Bible confirm it and the Quran confirm it. You know them from their fruit. You know which side they are taking. You want to know who as a person is? See what he stands for. When somebody he don't want the Israeli to be there, what he want? He want Hamas to take over, correct? Is that what the Christian want? They want Hamas to control our holy land, our holy church. It's for the benefit of who? To give Jerusalem to the Muslims. You know who is the scam. You know who is the evil. There's no true Christian will be happy to give the land. In Jerusalem, you can go right now. You can go search right now. You will find tons of videos of a Christian preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ to the Jews in Israel. In Israel, we have a freedom. Christianity can grow. In fact, it's the only community in the Middle East where Christianity is growing. Prove me wrong. Christians in Gaza almost zero. The city of Bethlehem, almost there is no Christian left. This is where Jesus was born. Everybody ran away because of Muslims. This is the truth. So those who stand against Israel, they hate Jesus, even though they claim, oh, the reason we are against the Jews because they refuse Jesus. But this is a very false argument. In one hand, they give you a speech. Jesus taught love. He said, love your enemy. Okay, so what happened to your love? What happened? He loved the terrorist. He want Hamas to prevail. He want Hezbollah to prevail. You know better. Actually, for me, I wish one day I can go to Israel. Actually, especially now in the time of war. But I was thinking about it actually, but they will not let you go. Like, you will have a visa like everybody. But they will not let you go and to the war zone. I'm not interested to go and walk in the street and take pictures. This is not my interest. If I want to go, I want to go to do something good, you know. I don't want to be between civilian eating falafel and taking videos and having interviews with girls. I want to go to do something good. So if I want to go, I would like to join the IDF. Make some hummus. You know, get busy with something useful. The victory of Israel is the victory of the Christians. They are fighting your fight. If they lose, you lose. Saturday first, Sunday next. Their next target will be what? Which country? Which capital? Which city? The Vatican? Already they are invading the Vatican by having false popes. A pope, he pray, oh God, protect Islam. What is left? What is left in this Vatican church? The Pope praying to protect Islam? I mean, when I heard this from the gentleman who is a Catholic, he's a Catholic, he told me that, I cannot believe it. But I checked it out. It's true. He's praying to Jesus to protect Islam. Who? The Pope. This is where the crusade used to come. What happened? The liberals invade the Vatican. The devil hard to believe. Hard to believe. And if it's not, if I did not see it in the Vatican website by my own eyes, I will not believe it. What is left? What do you mean by defeat Islam? Quran, call me in Discord and I will tell you about what I mean by defeat Islam. Do you want to call me? Yeah, I mean, if you want to take the land back, you take it step by step, and that will give us a hope. If the Jews were able to take their land after thousands of years, well, we can do the same. It's just about a matter of time when we have a good Christian leader. He's in charge, and he can move for it. All right? Your right can be gone with the wind as long as you don't ask for it. So you have to teach your children and the children of your children about your land is taken away from you. And one day you will take it back. All right? But if you give up your land, then you will never have it. If the Jews, they say, that's it, the Muslim took our land, and then the Roman before them, and we lost it long time ago, that's it, they will never have it. But because, you see, those cowards, they speak against Zionism. What does Zionists want? They want to take their land back, that's all. Don't those people dream to take their land back? Who they are speaking against the Zionists? What does Zionists want? They want their land back. They don't want your land, they want their land. So good for them if they were able to organize themselves and join together and make it happen. And for sure, God is behind to give them their land back. It was promised. And the Bible is making the promise clear. Anyway, today we don't have too many audience because people usually they hear me in different time. I don't know, maybe I should not stay longer than this. Remember carefully, any defeat to Islam in any place is a defeat to the devil and as a win for us. Doesn't matter who is fighting Islam, even if it was China, the communist. Do you understand me? The defeat of the devil is a victory for us. It doesn't matter done by who. This is how smart people think. But if somebody is greedy and he is jealous and he is angry and he fabricates stories and he is wicked, then don't ever listen to those people, because every single word in your Bible says this is the land of the Jews. They claim to be believers in Jesus, and then they say no, this is Israel is not. Israel is not. You are just a stupid idiot. Israel is not just a word. Israel is a nation, you idiot. What happened to the Jews? They disappear? That's it. He made them. He erased them. They don't exist no more. We are now Israel. No, you are a liar. We are joining Israel. We are the Gomai who join Israel. We are not replacing Israel. And there's a lot of Israeli Christians. When I say Israeli Christian, not necessarily the one who live in Israel. because Israeli are the children of Israel, the children of Isaac and Jacob. Millions of them are already Christians, not only the ones who they are inside the Holy Land. So they try to deceive you, says, look, the Jews refuse Jesus. So what? Even if they refuse Jesus, what's your business? You want to play God? You want to do the same as the Muslims, the one who don't believe in Jesus, we kill him, right? So in one hand, they give you a speech about Jesus love everybody, and then they show you how wicked inside them. Wicked, evil. They hate for the purpose of hate. All right. Never join any channel. They are against Israel's right to exist and to have their own land. You know, I spoke against Netanyahu many times, correct? But not because I'm speaking against Israel. Like somebody would say, oh, CP now showing his real color. So they try to make it like if I speak against Netanyahu, I'm speaking against the Jews or against Israel. I'm not. Netanyahu is a leader, and I believe he's a fraud. The same I speak against Trump, against Obama, against anyone. But some people, they try to frame you when they want. Be aware of wicked people. They always try to smear you and to frame you. All right. What the motive of Pakistan? Pakistan are terrorists, those are terrorists, but they are limited in what they can do. The country is corrupt. It's bankrupt. They have shortage of everything, food, money, flood. They have a lot of problems. So you don't hear anything from them. Because the country, they cannot even oppose anything. If Pakistan go in war with India, the Indian now, they will eat them alive. Even though Pakistan supposedly have nuke, but they are no match. War is very costly, extremely costly. And now, you notice that the war in Israel with Hezbollah, you will see how all those who claim to oppose Israel by mouth, like Erdogan, he don't dare to fart. He don't dare. Do Erdogan, the army of Turkey, dare to go in conflict with Israel? He will not dare. However, I believe everything it would be wise to invite AB and DV to the show to inform. Actually, like the program yesterday, I left a comment about Yemen. I do love comment for them, but they ignore it. They are welcome. Usually for me, and I never say no to anyone want to join me. I don't join people usually, but doesn't matter if they join or not. It's their business. They are always together, and for me, actually, I don't like to be. I don't like those programs with many people, like monologue stuff. I'm not a fan of it. All right. I inform what I say. They can watch my video. They can check out the information, and they can see. But all the one they call them rebels in Syria, they are terrorists. Every single one of them. Every single one of them, they are terrorists. They call them rebel. It looked like, because Syria now is siding with Hezbollah, so we have to speak against the Syrian regime in any way. No, this is not right. They are siding with Hezbollah because the stupid Western, they forced the Syrian regime to side with Hezbollah. The Syrian army and Hezbollah, they used to kill each other. I'm not making things up. In fact, the first time the Syrian army come inside Lebanon came to support the Christians. Do you believe it? Yeah. Dirty politics, and people, they have lack of understanding. This is the beginning of Armageddon. No, what does this have to do with Armageddon? This is nothing. What is this? This is nothing. What you see is nothing. No. This is not even a snack. This is not even a war. I mean, this is this is the Israeli going for a hunt. The Assad lasted because of support of Putin. Otherwise, he collapsed. I remember when the day the Alawi, they were evacuating their towns in the speed of light, running for their life. They were driving their cars, trying to go toward Damascus, and then they can go to Lebanon or go to the border with Lebanon from other area. Because the Muslim Sunni, they were capturing their towns one after one. Almost, they took over the country. But the second Putin, he got involved, things went upside down. It was Putin. If not Putin, all those Christians, you see, there's one thing I appreciate about Putin, even though I'm so angry from him for many things. But at least when it comes to Syria, he did the right thing. Who do you think the Lebanese Christian will be? Well, it doesn't matter who is going to be. He's going to be a toy. He's useless. Lebanon have one solution. They have to establish two countries. They have to divide the country, sadly, to two countries. One is a Christian and one is a Muslim. Otherwise, there's no future for this country. Doesn't matter, you make a president. The president will be Christian, but the parliament controlled by a Shia. I mean, you cannot make anything. It's just a joke. When the Christian agree in Saudi Arabia with the agreement to stop the war, they made a big mistake, as usual. So it doesn't matter who is going to be the president. He is going to be a toy because he have no authority for real. Jesus is the Holy Spirit itself. Okay. Well, you are very smart. If Jesus is the Holy Spirit, so that means all the Christian belief is wrong, because there's no three. There's only one, right? Potato. So when Jesus says, and I am your son, Father, that is who? And then when Jesus get baptism, the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, so that is Jesus themselves. You sound like Sam Shamoun. The Spirit is coming upon him from the ceiling. Potato. Weird people. Don't turn on the AC. Your AC is in special AC. When Jesus says, I and the Father, I and the Father, is that one or more than one? When Jesus says, I will not leave you alone, I will send you the Comforter, which is the Spirit, is that Jesus the same? Silly. Are you Jehovah's Witnesses? Bible first. Huh? So Jesus will send you the Holy Spirit, but he is the Holy Spirit. Uh-huh. Okay, that makes sense. Mental. But you know, like I have a warning for people who they listen. You know, you go to churches, you go to, if you see someone moving so crazy, making a hard movement, you know, I mean, you have to capture if there is something fake in the image. And people who try to exaggerate in their movement and their shouting and etc. Those are, I will ring the alarm bell when I see them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because either you have a demon, not Spirit of God. Spirit of God should make you like happy, you know, wise, not a crazy person, not someone look like a demonic, satanic. Like you see some people who claim to be Christians in some churches, they are jumping, going crazy. What are you doing? What is that? It doesn't sound like the Spirit of God is there. It looks like Satan is there. They are the same as the Muhammadan when they go not. The second they hear the Quran. What Jehovah's Witnesses believe? Just go to AI, he will give you the answer. For a short answer for you. Staffs, you want to debate me? Stiffus? I don't know what people say to me. Sometimes it's hard to understand what people are trying to say to you. I'm not sure what people want. CP. Anyone knows what does that mean? My English doesn't help me sometime. Okay, sorry. Why I want to call anybody? I don't call people. If the people want to call me, they can call me. I don't harass people. Okay, sorry. Yeah, you see, my English sometimes it doesn't help me, so I took the message wrong. I apologize. Which is weird. Like, I apologize. That's not wrong, normal. We Middle Eastern, we don't apologize, you know. We are always right, even when we are wrong. Like, we beat you up, and then we say we apologize because we did not beat you enough. You know? Next time we will do it better way. Can you do, please, Zakir Naik impression? Do you think this is like entertainment program? Go watch Oprah. Christian Prince, first of all, Oprah is the woman, you do not listen to her. Idiot, what are you talking about? The guy, I'm not talking about you. The guy asked me to speak like you. I said no. Why you are here? Christian Prince, first of all, you can speak like me because I'm very wise. You are very wise or you are very whiz? You whiz? Christian Prince, first of all, I trained you to tell me what the word whiz means in English. Whiz is an Arabic word, meaning like, it's coming from wizard, you know, like wizard but a fool. You know what I'm talking about? Christian Prince, I don't know what you're talking about. That's perfect. Just hang up and go. You hang up first. I just said hang up and go. Christian Prince, I'm going to the website of Sam Shamoon because he's insulting you. You go to Scam Shamoon, you go to Afar Shamoon, I don't care. Go there and don't come back. Okay? Close the door. Christian Prince, I'm not going to close the door because I'm going to expose you. All right. Have you ever encountered Jesus in your personal life? I don't know what those words mean, you know. encounter Jesus? And that's a heavy duty question. Do you want me to speak to you, present myself as Saint Francis? Do you want me to say to you, yeah, the Holy Spirit came on me one day I was walking in the wood? What people are asking for, I don't know. Even if there is such a thing ever happened to me, why I want to even speak about it in public? I believe that those people who speak too much about those things in public, they are hypocrite liars and they don't mean it. For anything happen between you and your Lord, your Maker, is something very personal. Especially those who let us say, it's not like normal talk, a friend, two friends talking, like those who have channels and they have big audience and etc. So when they try speaking about, like I don't even like the word testimony, because I find it like it's just to promote yourself, like you are a person who's decent and God spoke to you and you encounter Jesus. The Holy Spirit came on you suddenly. And then people are like impressed with what happened to you, and now you are the good guy. No, my friend, I cannot claim much. All what I can claim, I am a believer, but I don't claim that the Messiah spoke to me, or the Holy Spirit come to me, or any of those things. I don't claim them, for it's not true. No, I'm just a believer. Well, Moses is a prophet, and he's a true prophet. But those who they speak about themselves too much, they are seeking their own glory. They are not speaking of God. So if Moses he speak about himself, or even Paul he spoke about himself, am I Paul? Can I claim to be Paul? Are you with me, guys? If a prophet of God, he spoke about how he spoke to God. Well, Moses, he spoke to God for real. God, he spoke to him for real. And he is not having a channel in YouTube try to present himself that he's a prophet, like many who claim false prophet these days, that God spoke to me. So when you say to me, shut up, Christian Prince, do you have hair? So those who speak about God spoke to them, I believe that they are hypocrite. The only way maybe I can take what they say seriously, if they are not doing business. You know what I mean? The second money is involved, something there is fishy. Same time, if I am not a prophet and I'm not a messenger of God and I'm nobody, what is the point of saying to you about me encountering, like why God want to talk to me, wouldn't want to talk to you? Why me? Is that because I have a channel in YouTube and I have big audience? So God, he speak to me, he don't speak to you? Right? Are you with me, guys? Why God he spoke to those people who became so popular? People who are making a lot of money from being popular. He speak only to those people. He don't speak to normal people like a woman in her, you know, like a mother, her child have a cancer. Only those famous people, God, he speak to them. And then he tell them, buy me a chair. Well, I'm just being honest with you. God never spoke to me. Does that will make me bad to you? It's up to you, no problem. Never spoke to me. All right. However, I believe that God, He always can be communicating with us by, like, why we feel guilty when we do wrong. I believe the Lord is there. Somehow He communicate with you. He make you, He shame you, He shame you. Like you feel ashamed. So He is with us. When the Lord, He says, I will send you the Comforter, but doesn't mean the Comforter will be like what those fake people saying He's coming from the ceiling. The first step of the Comforter, the Holy Spirit, is to confront you before make you comfort or give you comfort. Confront you with your sin, with your shame, with your guilt. So I believe God is always, but I don't appreciate those. I believe they are scam. Those who come in public and they speak about God spoke to me, I heard Him, I saw Him, etc. It might be true, it might happen to some people. I cannot judge much, but people who make money from it, I have to suspect what they say. As long money is involved, I have to suspect what they are saying. Is that fair? Anyone he make money, it is money connected to religion, you have to be careful, including me. It doesn't matter who. Like, I start having donation a few years ago. In the beginning, actually, I wanted to open a TV station, but we could not do it because nobody support us. The Muslim have TV stations. I said maybe we can have satellite, but I could not. So at that time, I asked for donation. Nobody helped. So we stopped asking, and nobody helped anyway. And then after many, many years, maybe more than 15 years fighting Islam, maybe more, I never had a penny of donation. Never. Every day I go stay online for 10 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, sometimes even more. Not even a single penny. In fact, even here, we go live, we go off, we never say anything about donation. Right? We don't mention it. Like we have it in the screen, yes. But we don't talk about it. I don't talk even about subscribing. People have a prophecy these days. You see, there's many they claim to be a prophet. I believe they are liars. Because isn't it the Bible says, let him be accursed, the one who bring other than the scriptures? If somebody have a prophecy, that means he receive a scripture. Because a prophecy is God's words. Is that correct? Do we agree? If you have a prophecy, that means God spoke to you, that means you receive a scripture. But we have the Bible saying, let him be accursed, the one who bring other than the scripture. So that there's no more scripture, that's it. And what the prophet will tell you, that Jesus is coming? What he will tell you? If Jesus says no one knows the hour but the Father, what he will tell you? He will tell you a scam. He will tell you in 1994 the judgment day will be, and then people they sell their houses, etc. Like what Jehovah's Witnesses did. Right? They keep talking about judgment day, and they give you a calculation, and then it turned to be all is false. It's just to make profit and make people give their money to those leaders. Like, yeah, you don't need, your judgment day is coming. Why you need houses? Why you need cars? Give it to us. And then the money is gone. All right? So be careful, for there's a lot of people, they are, they try to make profit from God name. This is why actually I'm against pictures, against statues, because this is other business too. People are naive. How much money people they spend every year to buy pictures of Mary? Buy. What a shame. Can you buy Mary? Oh no, it's a picture or statues. Business. Festivals for Mary by tens of millions. It's a business. It's like the same as the Hajj in Mecca. People, they come spend money, they stay in the hotel, they buy gifts, they go to restaurants. It's a business. There's many, like even the Christmas, they make it as a business. When the Christmas is about a day where you remember the Lord, not about the day as a date. It's not about buying stuff and gifts. Why you buy gifts? Business. They fabricated even holidays, Mother Day, Father Day, Sunday, Neighbor Day, whatever day. It's just to make people buy gifts. Business. And people are just a bunch of goats. They just follow the crowd. Right? When you follow the crowd, you are just a goat. Like they start with Mother Day, then Father Day, Women Day. I mean, what is that? So now every man, he have to buy a gift for women in the Women Day. What does that mean? What Women Day mean? What about we make a Women Year? Huh? It's better. Only one day. Make it Women Month. So all those fabricated occasion, and people, they adopt right away, immediately. Yeah, Mother Day, you have to buy a gift to your mother. And then everybody go to do shopping, and then they spend their money, and the full chain never stop. Dogs Day, LGBT Day, Queer Day, Art Day. I mean, you name it. Right? Like some countries, even they have a festival almost every day. You don't know even which day it is. Valentine Day, exactly. And they never made a penny from me in Valentine Day, you know. Like, you know, if I ever, let us say I'm going to marry a woman, like I'm, you know, talking to her, I will never buy her flowers. I'm a Middle Eastern. We make salad with the flowers. We eat it. We don't smell it. So they will never even get the benefit of that Valentine Day from me. You know? Like I talk to her, you like me? Okay, let's get married. No, I love you. No, what do you want? You want to go? No romantic. Don't give me that. You know, when you marry me, let's go at church. Bye-bye. 9 months after, we have 10 babies. All right? Yeah, in the Philippines, you go in August, the Christmas start in the Philippines. I arrive in the Philippines, I don't know which year, and they have a Christmas tree. I said, what? Why they don't take it from last year? You know, it turned to be the Christmas there started 2 months after, before the Christmas. Yeah. I need a new chair for Christmas. All right, no comment. And you know, like I notice people who speak too much about their spiritual journey, I don't even like those questions because it feel like, you know, I'm trying to present myself that I'm a spiritual man, like I'm a person who connected to God, and now I'm trying to convince people that I'm good, you know, and I'm good, you listen to me, and you know, there's a lot of holiness here involved. So I'm very careful with such a thing. PFLP says there are 3 of leaders of killed in Israel strike in Beirut. Okay, there's no more update in the, yeah, well, now it's getting late in the women will dump me if I don't give her a flower. Uh, I mean, that's for my good, not for her good. You know, people who speak too much about love is not the one who know what it's mean. A man who loves his wife is the one who can do anything for his family, not the one who buy flowers and those things. Those men they buy it to everybody. Any women she have short skirt showing her legs. A day after he said to her, "I love you," trying to take her to bed, he buy her a gift. Those are all just a fraud. A real man, those things is the last of his concern. And a smart woman is the last to concern about a man he gave her flowers or not. Because the women she need from the man for him to be a man, not to give her flowers. In fact, flowers is very feminine movement of a man. I mean, like I'm a man cutting a flower. I don't find it. I don't know. This is not me. I mean, flowers in my hand, for who? What I would do with that? Doesn't sound right for me. Sound like very feminine. Maybe a gun. I don't know. But flowers? No way. If you want to buy a woman, let us say you are married or you are engaged, and you want to buy something will stay forever, something she can remember you with. Not a flower will die next day. You just wasted money. All right? Anyway, this is how I think. You don't need to think like me. I don't know. But I don't waste money buying flowers. You have to be intelligent. Like, you try to find what she need. Maybe she needs some piece of furniture. Maybe a chair, massage chair, She's staying online. A massage chair, okay? For $5,000. Just buy something useful, right? Yeah. Yeah, buy something useful, something can stay for a while, for long. Not the flowers. The flowers, she take them, she dump them 2 days after. Your money is gone. What about buying something useful? Whatever it is. Yeah. Most and women, they think differently from men. Their intention of life is different. But I think a smart woman is the one who appreciate the man to be a man, like a man who work hard to provide for his house. He is decent. He don't cheat. He don't lie. He is not a player. He don't waste his money and things not right. His family come first before anything else. CP is so emotional. Have you seen his art? I am emotional. I don't know. Do you hear me crying? Emotion is not wrong. Emotion is, part of you as a human, but part of you as a man. You should be controlled always in your emotion. Your wisdom shall come first. Anyway, everyone he have his own way to live his life and to do what is right. But usually, most of people, they end in the right place if they do the right thing, or the wrong place if they do the wrong thing, right? What do you say about pastor who claimed that he is appointed to be the son of God? Yeah, this is in the Philippines, right? He was arrested for sex trafficking, correct? And this is a great example of scammers. This guy, the Holy Spirit come on him, the Son of God. He is the Son of God. He claimed to be a Son of God. And then he have the biggest property in the Philippines, the biggest, thousands, hundreds of acres, hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah. All of them, they share the same thing. All those scammers, they are the same thing. There was a guy, he claimed to be the Messiah in Florida. I don't know. I made a video about him, if you remember. I don't know. Does this sound familiar for you? Let me put this picture for you here. Does it remind you of somebody? This is the guy who claimed to be the Son of God. The same. All of them, they are the same. You know what I'm saying? All of them, they are the same. This guy, he have an army behind him. Millions of followers. He was just arrested, I think last week, right? Sex trafficking, even children sex, you know, money laundering, all kind of garbage. But he is a son of God, and the Holy Spirit speaking within me. Sound like Muhammad, you know? He used the Holy Spirit word in the Quran, correct? Isn't it amazing? Muhammad himself, he used the word Holy Spirit in the Quran. All of them, they are the same. That's why always I suspect this kind of people who they make this drama in public when they pray. Too much emotion, too much eyes is closing, his head is moving, his hand is jumping, and he is so excited, and move my lips and make my heart and let me fill them with your spirit, oh Lord. Oh boy, you know. And then don't forget to make donation, okay? Don't forget. Yeah. And there's a lot of naive, you know. Yeah. This is why we have to warn people about those people. Do you see why when somebody asked me about my spiritual or encounter with Jesus, what I said? I said I never have, I never did. I'm just being real with you. If I want to be a scam like those, I will say, oh yeah, the Lord, he speak to me every day, every hour. He inspire me, he give me guidance, the Spirit come to me. Yeah. Be careful. Be careful. And then this guy, actually, if I show you the service of his church, you will die laughing. They put beautiful girls in the front. I was watching the TV, and why they are focusing the camera on good-looking girls? I want to use the word good-looking in the standard of good-looking, but for sure everybody is good-looking in the eye of the Lord. But I'm talking about the human being standard. Why they are focusing the camera on those girls who they put them in the front, you know, in his church. It's church of Satan. Because there's many ethnic, many groups in the world. They have a tradition that good face or good looking person is a good person. In fact, Muhammad, he said, Allah never sent a messenger he's not handsome and with nice voice. He never. So this exists in the Arab culture, exists in the Middle East culture, exists in Asia culture. This is why the look, the face, the makeup, all those things is very important to make people believe in you. Like I found here. Let me show you. I found one picture, but if I can find more, I can show you better. Like here, you will see how the women behind him, they are very carefully selected. You know what I'm talking about? Like I cannot find a picture for all of them, like the whole picture, but you can tell that they are trying to present a different image. Like look at the people around him, you know. So they choose. They don't allow any women who have an average look compared to the Philippine to be behind him in the stage. They have to be the best looking, not an average Filipino girl. Scam. Yeah. And now he is arrested finally. Let me see if I can find more pictures. And you know, the people who followed him, they are victims. They are not bad people. They are good people. They are very good people, very naive people. Yeah. That's why you have to be careful. A lot of garbage. All right. He had a nice suit. Yeah, all of them, they, you know, like, I mean, this, they have money, a lot of money here, you know, money involved, big deal. This guy, property is villas, palaces, garden, very beautiful, you know, very, very beautiful. He established a very massive, let us say, organization. He go around around the world. He have TV stations, many TV stations. Even the president of Philippines, Duterte, which I was supposed to see him, Duterte, but I saw only the Speaker of the House of Duterte. This guy, his favorite friend, and now actually he's arrested. The ex-president of Philippines, he took over the property. It's a gang, you know. He took over the property to protect it. Will you one day explain about genealogy, starting from Adam to Cain, Abel descent is Genesis, a mythology or something else? With my simple knowledge about what the question you are asking me, what I found out that even the names, every single names mentioned in the Bible, they are not really names, they are a story. There is a video, you can search it in Google, in YouTube. It's called Secret Code Genesis 5. You will find a very good information about how the names in the Bible, they are not really names. You know. So by time, I'm convinced that names in the Bible, they are not names. It's just to confirm something about God, to confirm a message from God. This is how deep the Bible is. When all books, they have names, but the Bible does not have names. The Bible have story. The name present a story. Like Adam is a human. Moses, the one who survived from drowning. Yeshua, the Savior. Avram. Every word present not a name. Present what this person done or went through. Israel. Are you with me? Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? So they might look like a name for you, especially for you. You are a foreigner. You are hearing like a foreign word. So you think it's a name, but in reality, there's no name. The Bible is so deep. It's not just, there's no names there. Peter is not just a name, you know. So every name, it's like an amazing way the names are chosen to be given to those people. So when God, he says Adam, Adam was not for Adam as a male. The Bible called Eve to call her Adam, you know. So both of them, they are Adam. So this is the human race, the man and the women. Then Adam become the word is used for the man, and Eve become the word used for the women. But even that word have a special meaning. You know, our names, let's say, usually we don't choose our names, right? I mean, your mom, she call you handsome, but you look like a monkey, you know. Like in Arabic, you see many people, they call their son Jamil. Like even in America, African American, they use the word Jamil. My mom, thank God, she did not call me Jamil because I don't look Jamil at all. I don't look handsome. But what if will happen if my mom called me Jamil? I will hate myself. I mean, the name does not fit at all. That will be the biggest scam in history. You know, like, what's your name, sir? Handsome. Oh, your name is Handsome. Yeah, you must be kidding me. Um, uh, well, let me explain to you. Okay, nice to talk to you. It's not my fault. It's my mom. When I was born, she gave me this name. What I would do, you know. So the names we have today, like from our parents, is different from the names in the Bible. The name of the Bible are different story. Why you are so nice and kind, verse yourself. No, I make fun of myself because people, they get offended if you make fun of them. So I make fun of myself. I'm confident of myself. It doesn't hurt me. Have you ever seen me glorifying myself, as many people do? I don't. I don't. That's why, you know, people, they try, especially in Christian channels or even Muslim channels, they try to present themselves that they are the one who love God. They pray a lot before, what happened to this pastor from the Philippines? He is not a pastor. He's a filthy, bad man. He claimed to be the son of God. What pastor? He was arrested, and for sex trafficking, sex with children, money laundering. He is wanted in many countries, actually. He's wanted in many, including USA. Yeah. Claiming to be a prophet or even a decent man and using the church's religion like Muhammad is a very profitable business. He will become powerful. Look, people walk behind him with the umbrella. Let me show you. Maybe I can play this video. Let us see. We really want to be flagged by YouTube. Yeah. Let me see if I can find you something about him. I mean, the guy, he don't even walk. Look, like this picture I showed you before. Look how funny. This picture is hilarious, actually. This picture is hilarious. No comments. Sounds familiar to me. There's many, they wear hats like those around the world. They claim to be Christians. Now we are talking. Yeah, he's a son of God, brother. He's a son of God. Yeah, true story. Charged with sex trafficking. It's time to convert to Islam, potato. right? Now he will convert to Islam. Yeah, son of God. Son of the devil. This is why, you know, don't put too much trust on priests. You know, it doesn't matter what church. You see, there's corruption everywhere. This guy, we cannot call him Protestant, but there is in Protestant the same. You know, we will find a lot of garbage everywhere. The same as Muhammad. They copy each other. All of them, they are Muhammadan at the end of the day. I'm just trying to find you. Let's see this one here. Yeah, there is. Let us see this video here.
For being the self-proclaimed appointed son of God.
What are you talking about? Self-proclaimed? The spirit come from their condition. Talk to him. Shame on you to frame the guy. Look, look, look. And only women behind him. Why only women? Look at the women behind him. And they put like a good looking women. Like they are elected, you know. Yeah, I mean, oh boy. Like you remember this guy, what his name? The first one who came with the Quran and science, Harun Yahya. Actually, his name is written in my book because I made my first book to respond to his lies. All of them are the same. All is the same garbage. This guy is an Islamic, we can say minister, you know, he's a minister, Islamic minister. Look at that. Now we are talking, not like my admins. That is, look at this. Now we are talking. This guy is calling people for Allah. He have his own yacht. He wrote about Quran and science. They bring him girls wearing almost no clothing, dance with them, drink beer. They invite him to the Middle East around. He met the princes and kings around the world because he is inviting people to Allah. You know? Yeah. Man, oh man. Even Shabir Ali was speaking about him. Look at the team he have, you know? Yeah. Actually, when I see those videos, actually, I get upset. Like, look at my admin, Sheikh Omad. And look at this. I mean, is that fair? Let us be honest here. Why life is not fair? What I did exactly? What's wrong? This is an admin, and my admins are admins. Sheikh Omad, are you there? Why? Why? What's wrong? Can we pray to Allah to replace Sheikh Omad with this today? Can Jibreel grab Sheikh Omad from here, throw him in back of the truck, and look, Sahih Christian, look at this. Look at my admins. A guy with long beard and big mustache and Sahih Christian. I want Sahih Blondie. Look at this. What's Sahih? Time for a change. Those are his admins. Hold on, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. I'm unlucky. What is this, buddy? Is that a commercial for nightclub? How I can get out? Hold on. I'm clicking it, not going. Oh, no. Yeah, if you play the video, actually. Oh, look, she is talking. This is his TV station. This is interview. This is the interview. I want to look. This is other interview. Why? Why? Look at the eyes. What happened? Oh, she is putting makeup for her life on air. This is a third one, fourth one. Oh boy, my admins and his admins. What I can say. He's sponsored by Allah. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Life is not fair, what we can say. Potato. So all those corrupt are the same. Money, sex, business, you know, and the fool are all over. And the nations coming like rain. Yeah, but I like his style actually, to the point it make me wish I'm a Muslim sometime. And look how, you know, he always dress fancy clothing, you know. He have his mustache done, his hair done. And look, his eyebrows, they look like a mustache coming up, a Turkish style. He have his own yacht, you know. Yeah, and always there's a flowers around him. This is Harun Yahya English. English. He wrote, and he's an author of 300 books. I mean, you have those girls and you have time for books. Who's going to believe it? What's wrong with you? 300 books? You were writing where exactly? I mean, who in the world gonna believe this guy, he wrote 300 books? I'm guessing he hired some people to write and then he published it in his name. I don't think this guy, he have any time for books, you know, because he will be busy writing different stuff. Excuse me, disclaimer. If you cannot handle what I say, you can leave, you know. Yeah. Harun Ishrat Yahya dance teaching Islam religion. Look, dance teaching Islam religion all together. Who can beat that? Can you? All together. Look, you are dead, man. What is this? I search for something, I get some. Now we are talking. He's writing a book. I think he's. You see, in this time here, he was writing a book about tigers. If you know what I mean. I think. Oh no, I don't want to play it. Hold on. Go. Don't play it. What's wrong with this stupid thing? Zakir Naik. I did not open Zakir Naik. What's wrong? Okay, hold on. This is messed up. Anyway, you get the point. I want to go and do da'wah in Turkey. Keep your admins. Is that why? What I did to you? Why those people are saying that? I mean, why people don't have mercy? What about you take my admins and give me those admins, Rita? You take them for free. I mean, people are not really friendly. You see, they say to me they support me, but in reality, they are trying to, you know, make me unhappy person. If I have admins like those, I will write 300 books. Now you know why I have only 4 books until now. You see the reason why I'm not able to write many books? Get those. You know, you can have a more production. A lot more production. All right, all right. I went fake dog admin. What do you mean fake dog? What's wrong with you? Are you blind? This is not fake. This is silicon. This is called the Silicon Republic. Allah, He blessed the silicon. Because Allah Himself is made of silicon. So don't, come on, don't go there. And what make it funny, if somebody he claimed to be religious and he is asking people donation so he can make a plastic surgery for his face look, or that will be more fun, you know? Yeah. But I think my favorite picture of this guy when he is doing Islamic teaching is this one. Let me show you this one. Look at this one. I want it to be fixed. Like, I don't know. The second I click on it, or like I get close to it, this is his yacht on the sea. This guy is doing a lot of da'wah. That's the best da'wah ever. He invite all the girls in the town. Da'wah mean invite, by the way. He invite all the girls in the town. Oh boy. So I think there is you get a point there, you know. You get a good point. And he invite only girls. Hey, here we go. Some women are saying gross. What's wrong with those women? Why they are saying gross? Why it's gross? Somebody made me upset. What a gross. Look at this. This is a gross of silicone. What a gross? What are you talking about? Come on, come on. Yeah, look like now I have an attack. The ladies in the chat are attacking non-stop. Definitely gross. This is disgusting. This is horrible. This is not good. Okay, take it easy. We are joking. They will eat me alive now. Oh boy. There's two things you don't want to mess with. IDF and women. I'm telling you. IDF is no. Women, no. You know? Like once I was in the Philippines, there's a guy speaking to me. I said to him, what's your name? He said, no, sir. I said, what do you know? What's your name? No, sir. So what's wrong with this guy? He's saying to me, no, sir. What? It turned to be his name is No Noi, you know. But he speaks fast. I thought he is saying to me, no. Yeah. Do we have Filipinos here? Let us change those pictures, otherwise we might be suffering from heart attack. Look at this dinner. I mean, look at the picture underneath and look at the picture in the top. Both are scam, by the way. This guy, he converted to Islam. He make a university online. He give you PhD, but he himself do not know how to read the Quran. He have a website. I think him or different one. I'm not sure. There's a guy. I don't know. I think maybe. Hold on. Bilal Philip. Bilal Philip. Bilal Phillips. Let me see. PhD online. Is that him? So now he give you PhD online, brother. Here we go. Yeah, it's him. The guy, he don't even know how to say his prophet name correctly. He have a website. He claimed that he himself is a university by itself. You join him and you get a PhD, brother. Who wanna get a PhD? I don't know how much it cost. I think maybe $70 or something like that. International Open University. All right. And look, she is going to graduate. She is taking a picture. What? But let me be sure that this is the same university of this guy. What is his picture? Because I saw his name, but I don't see his picture. Alumni, IO store student. Yeah, I think this is his website because I saw in the search engine it says his name. Yeah, you see when you're here, you will see his name. Let us try this one here. Yeah, and you know, a lot of food. Oh, here we go. This is him. This is him, Dr. Bilal Philippe. He himself, he got a PhD online too, maybe. And now he can give you a PhD in Islam. And he is giving a finger to Allah. But do you see all the books behind him? Yeah. I bet you if he debate me about Islam, he will be destroyed. I don't know what kind of degree he have, you know. Let me see, his degree is from where? Hold on. He himself, his degree, you know, from where? All right. It says here, he is a Jamaican. He's from Jamaica. It doesn't say where he studied. Hold on. Islamic University of Medina, BA. King Saud University, MA. University of Wales, oh, from Wales, PhD. But you know, they make a degree in Islam there. Nobody can say no to him anyway. I mean, who's going to make you? So now he opened a PhD. So it looked like he have a real PhD. But now he can give you PhD himself. Yeah, online PhD. I will open a PhD. Who guys want to study PhD? All right. If you want to have a PhD, we can give you a PhD very fast. In 24 hours. We print it for you. There's a format I can download from the internet. We put your name. And we sign it with the horse stamp. My neighbor, he have a horse. He will put his foot on it, you know, with the manure. And that will make it authentic. That took a lot of work, hard work for you to, what, 5K, just $5, you know, just $5. You pay for shipping and handling, don't worry, you know. We want everybody to be educated in the world. Because just calculate the number. Hold on, let me get my phone. So if we have, how many we have in Indonesia? 200 million. So if every one of them, he bought HD, PhD, I can make all of Indonesian educated in one day. $5 x, let us say 200 million. That is $1 billion. As simple as that. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. I want to learn to speak Arabic. Well, I have a channel for free. It's called Arab for Christ. You can go watch the videos one by one and you can learn Arabic for free. For free, totally for free. All right? So if you're interested to learn Arabic, I have a channel for free. See the difference between those who they do scam and I can make my channel closed, like you have to subscribe in Patreon to watch my videos and get paid for every video you want to watch. I can do that, right? Yeah, I can, to make money. People love to make money. Who hate to make money? Nobody. But now I have my channel for free, all my videos for free. In fact, if you go in Patreon, every single name you know, without mentioning names, you will see that they have a blocked videos in Patreon, which means you cannot watch it unless you donate. Is it true? Is that true, guys? You cannot watch their videos. They have a special videos only for those who they are member and they donate. And even they have level of like what you can see. Not in my Patreon. My Patreon is all for free. Doesn't matter. I don't even have private videos. I never did. They make it this way in order to force you, to make you tempted. So you need to donate to see this video. Like, what is this video? What is special about it? It must be good. It's not for everybody. So then you go, and supposedly they claimed what? They are doing service to God, right? Well, if you are doing service to God, why you are forcing people to pay in order to see? No, David and AP is not against Israel, no. But I was correcting them about something they said in their video. I'm not against them, no. I'm just correcting them. Yeah. I mean, you can go in Patreon and you will find every single channel without mentioning names. You name them, you don't name them, I don't care. Go check it out. You have all of them actually, the idea of Patreon that you pay to see. Look at my cousins. I don't know if you can see what they have in their mouth. They have something called the qat. Always they have hashish in their mouth. They chew it. Those are the Yemeni, like the Houthi. Very, very, very civil people. Very civil. Look, everybody holding a machine gun. Yeah, this is just, I don't know if you can see the faces. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, but the problem when we zoom in, the video start working. I don't want that. Here, do you see why his face is coming up, his cheek? Because inside his mouth, they have drugs. It's called al-qat. They spend the whole day chewing it. They cannot even talk without it. They are always high. Even when they sit together for like fun, like you are visiting me at home, let me give you an idea. You would love this. You should do this, you and your family together. You feel like you are in a goat house. Do you see what I'm talking about? This is drugs. They chew in it all day long like goats. If you look at the faces, I don't know if the picture is clear for you. You will see every one of them, his mouth have a balloon. Big, a huge balloon. Do you see it? Is it clear for you or not? They cannot even sit. This is like joy. This is now having fun. And this is drugs. Will make you high. But like you chew it, like they put a big one on inside their mouth. This is why their cheek always look weird, Imagine, guys who want to come to my house. We do this together, me and my cousins. Anyone? Like you bring your goat, I bring my goat, they get high. Those are al-Houthi. Those are the one who want to destroy Israel. Yeah. They cannot even, I mean, you will see everybody, their mouth is full of it. Even at school, the army officer, everybody. Like, let me show you. You have no idea what I'm talking about. You guys are coming from different galaxies, and we are coming from different galaxies. I want to take you to my country. Those are coming to the office. Hold on, not those. Okay. They are waiting to buy something, you know, they have a ticket in their hand. Every one of them, he have a balloon in his mouth. They can't walk in the street without it. They cannot. Look at this. Everybody have a balloon. Look at this guy. Like when you see that first time, you think this guy, he have an infection with his teeth or something, you know, like something wrong happened to his teeth. No, you are mistaken. The whole country have the same infection. Look, those are the soldiers. Hold on. Not this one. Even the soldiers, look. They are standing in line in the army. Imagine Trump, he have his special like secret service, and they have those balloons, look, those guys around him, and man, they will scare the hell of everybody. Like, we will eat you alive. No, those are Yemeni. They are Yemeni. Actually, yeah, Yemeni, they are mixed with the, you know, they are not really, yeah. But this is drugs. Anyone want some? Yeah. Do you actually work for the Mossad? Hold on. Hello? Hey, Jack Shalom, Habibi, how you doing? What? Really? I need to submit report for you? Okay, I'm just showing something now. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? When somebody accused me to work for the Mossad, that is a certificate that I'm super smart. But I can say to you, the one who said that, he will never be hired by the Mossad, because they will never hire donkeys. Do we agree? What do you think, guys? Do we agree? If I am, as they say, hired by the Mossad, that means I'm super smart. This is not for anyone. You have to be something special. But those who are saying that, I assure you, no Mossad, not even Hezbollah intelligence will hire him. An idiot, wicked potato. First, last. So Z says, guys, look at this. Look, this is a smart Muslim. It's my favorite dish is a smart Muslim. So Jesus, he spoke to himself, he prayed to himself. Okay, what about you call me so we can check it out? Because I can show you your God Allah praying to himself. What do you want to do? Jesus, he speaks to the Father. We believe in the Trinity, Abdul, not himself. We don't believe that Jesus is the Father. So you are an idiot like your prophet. But how about the Quran? Allah, pray to Allah. What do you think? What about Allah saying he want to have sex with Allah or ourselves? You want to join me? Potato? His refute, flirting, refers. What do you mean flirts? I know. I thought he is a Muslim saying this is how it looked like. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I got that wrong. So he was responding to somebody. I thought he's Abdul. Sorry, friendly fire. Too much hashish. I thought you are a Muslim saying Jesus, he prayed to himself, you know. Friendly fire. Yeah, you know, for me, like, you know, I get alarm from every text. I don't know. You have to make it clear how I, you know. Good, you are not in front of me. Otherwise, you know, you need a glue. At least now it's just a friendly fire in chat. Otherwise, you know that I'm supposedly a Mossad. Hello? There's a guy in the chat is bothering me. Can we sell him a pager? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Give him 2 if I want. Isn't it 2 too much? To be sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was thinking, oh, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, okay. I got it. I got it. You know the thing. You know the thing. What is the? Hold on. I will put, because we have to show some, you know, some, let us say, product. Put it on the table. I don't see the product. I don't know. I thought maybe I deleted. Yeah, I think I deleted. Yeah. All right, my brother. Thank you. I apologize. I thought you are saying that. You know, take it easy on me. For me, you know, like, who is my customers? They come here. They are Muslims. They say, you know, crazy stuff. So I hope you understand. Shall I apologize more? I cannot apologize more. You have to buy me a chair. That's it. This is my limit for apologizing for today. All right? You give me a massage chair, I will apologize more because I will feel better about apologizing. I'm just letting you know. I mean, it's up to you. All right? Now somebody will record me, says the Christian Prince asking people to buy him a chair. Oh boy. It is the Turkish admin. They got CP not think straight. Exactly. Stacy. Netanyahu, can you get rid of this lady? She just get me busted. Yeah, send her a pager too. Yeah, she live in London, as I remember. Yeah, just a pager, half pager. I mean, she's a woman. Will not take a woman. They need 10 pagers. Really, they are more strong. Okay. You will receive soon in your mail 10 pagers. Trying to be like, it's a lot of easier to get rid of a man, but a woman, they need 10 pagers. Now we are talking. All right. Guys, do you like this picture? I'll change it. I know you're enjoying it. You guys are weird. Like, nobody asked me to change the picture. Hamas says its commander in Lebanon was killed. Yeah, they hunt him. Those Israeli are hunting everybody. Report CADS tells 25 FM Israel won't agree to ceasefire until disarmed Hezbollah moved away from the border. That's good. Yeah, you should not do that. All right. All right. Those in Yemen, they keep attacking Israel, and the Israeli, you know, those Yemen Houthi, they are like, they resemble for me like a Chihuahua, trying to fight a Doberman. I saw that myself. Little Chihuahua was jumping like crazy. He flipped on the air. He want to attack the Chihuahua and the Doberman, and the Doberman look at him like, what's wrong with this guy? You know. So those Houthi is the same as a Chihuahua. They think they can fight the Doberman. Good morning. Now morning. Robert, what's wrong with you? My friend, your clock must be working by Hezbollah time. What good morning? Are you telling me we don't have one time zone? Prophet Muhammad, he says Allah come down in the third part of the night. You are in South Africa? How you say you are in South Africa? Do Africa have South? He's racist, guys. He's racist. Those people who say South and North, etc., they are racist. You should not say that. If the woke community heard about you, they will sue you. How dare you? You should not be South or East or etc. You shouldn't even say male or female. You take always the middle. Never mention women. Never mention nothing. South, shame on you. Yeah. All right. How did Muhammad recite Quran without teeth? You do not need teeth to recite the Quran. Get some breath. That's true. I don't have teeth and I can recite the Quran. Zakir Naik, you have teeth, but you have a problem with your tongue. And this is the reason. I mean, open your mouth. Get some breath. I don't have teeth because my wife didn't beat me. You know, you have a wife. I mean, how in the world Zakir Naik have a wife and I don't? That is really impressive. Even Zakir Naik have a wife, and even maybe 4. He found a woman to marry him. I could not. Each time I say I want to marry me, he says, "What? There's no man left." How Zakir Naik he got married? I want to know. What she saw in him? His teeth, his shoulders, his muscles. I don't know. His beard. I know. Life is not fair. Nothing fair in this life. All right. He is the most irritating. You are talking about who? Christian Prince or Zakir Naik? Let me warn you. The two is one person. Christian Prince. That is the crime and I'm going to report you. You claim to be me so you can collect anything. Zakir Naik, I'm just joking, man. I mean, come on. I did not mean that I'm taking your identity and everybody is witness. Exactly. Everybody is witness and recorded. I'm going to report you to the FBI because they are using my identity so you can collect anything. Abdul, those who they are listening to me, they are Christian. They will not donate to Zakir Naik. You are stupid. I don't care. You saying 2% is 1. And you pretend Christian, you say that God is 1 and you say 3%. And you are mentally ill. So you think you and me, they are 1%. All right. Zakir Naik. The Abdul. Do we have any Muslim before we go today? We have 0 Muslims today. Any Muhammadan? Do we have any Muhammadan in the only Muhammadan we have in the this court is the Shia guy, the Taqiyya guy. We are friends, my friend. We are friends. We Muslim beat our wife with miswak, my friend. You know. Exactly. This is Zakir Naik impersonating. I don't know how to read the word. Hold on, I need to learn it. Impersonating. What? How do they say this word? Give me a minute. I need to learn how to say it. You know what? I think Joe Biden, he need to make me the Speaker of the House. We have a sleepy president. He make me Speaker of the House. I do not know even how to read the words, how to say them. People will understand nothing at the end of the day. You know, perfect. Honestly, I think I'm the perfect person to be the Speaker of the White House. Joe Biden, he says something. They asked me to explain it. I have no idea what he said. I don't know how to read even the word he is saying. And then, you know, like the passage of time, when the time comes, it is time. And then you look at your neighbor. You go in the morning, you see your neighbor. And your neighbor look at you. This is America. This is the great thing about America. You can be whatever you want to be, and burdened but by what is been. So I will be like the press secretary, right? But what I will do, I will not be really the press secretary. I will oppress every secretary. An Arab in the house. You ask me what? Question? Give me your name. Okay, okay. Later we will answer you. Just wait for my cousins. Okay, okay. Yeah. Actually, I watched a video made by Indonesian, my video. But then I noticed that my videos in Indonesian is like, have a crazy view. Hundreds of thousands. They have subtitle in Indonesian. So when you watch one, like I saw a video of mine, but it like have a weird language, so a title. So I wanted to see. So when you click at one, then YouTube starts showing you more. And then surprising is that my videos in English doesn't have not even 1% of my videos in Indonesian language. Like each video have like they posted like a month ago have 200,000, 300,000. All right. I think we have enough for today. Did we have good time, guys? We just wanted to do correction. Again, I'm not, for those who thought I'm speaking against David Wood or Apostate Prophet, I'm just correcting what they said about so-called rebel in Syria. Those are not rebels. Those are terrorists. They are, in fact, Hamas, Al-Qaeda, and ISIS. There's no different. It's just different names. All right? So be careful. Don't anyone make you believe that those are freedom fighters, democracy. Those are Muslim terrorists. I mean, how in the world for a second we can think that those are freedom fighters? That is a big mistake and big lie, the media try to promote. So I want to say thank you all for being here. It's time for me to go. And I'm going to ask someone to replace my admins. It's time for a change. We want serious silicon admins. Something special so we can attract the bees. Admins who can do striptease. And then all the bees will come seeking the amazing program. Imagine, guys, I have those admins, a massage chair. Man, that's what is missing. I was thinking what is missing. Now I got it. So I hope tomorrow we will come here. Lisa, you are fired. That's it. Who else here? Who is an admin here? Sahih Christian? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Don't even think about it. No negotiation. All right? I don't care. I don't care. I that's it. I'm done. I'm done. Every day I say scary stuff. It's time for me to say something beautiful. I want to say something beautiful. No beautiful, no admin. Only admin beautiful. If there's here anyone is admin beautiful, want to be a beautiful admin? Like anyone have a special features? I don't know. I mean, even in the chat, there's nobody beautiful here. I mean, it's my luck. What? Everybody looks scary like me? Now I feel better. I thought I am the only one who looks scary here, but look like no beautiful here. It's only like people like me. Now I know why you are here. Unbelievable. In Arabic we say, إن الطيور على أشكالها تقع, which means birds, they join their own kind. Like, so I don't look good. You don't look good. We don't look good. Now we are talking. Now we understand the situation. Thank you very much. It's my lucky day. All right, guys. Thank you guys for being here. May the Lord bless you all. And God is good, so is Jesus. I will try to come back maybe in a few hours if I could. If not, please come back, beautiful. Do something. See ya.